Blessings on me. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Blessings on me. Blessings on me. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Everywhere I go, I can feel it. I can feel it.
See His blessings all around me. And I'm more than grateful. In the good times, in the bad times, oh, I count them, cause I know they're never stopping. And I know God is for me. His love, His love, His love all around me. He gives me more than I need. He makes my life oh so sweet. He makes my heart feel so free, yeah.
Blessings on me. Blessings on me. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Blessings on me. Blessings on me. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Everywhere I go, I can feel it. I can feel it.
I can see your blessings, and everything I do is like I'm special, yeah. You're the one that I run to when it's ghetto, yeah. I can see your blessings, but you take my life and make it better, yeah. Never giving me more than I can handle, but still providing every one of my needs. And I'm living in your blessings, covered in your holy, no more stressing, yeah. On you I have dependent, sticking to your word, so I live in your blessings.
Blessings on me. Blessings on me. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Blessings on me. Blessings on me. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Everywhere I go, I can feel it.
Blessings and blessings and blessings on me. Blessings on blessings on me.
Praise dancing. It's the intramurals of dancing. Anybody can do it. It's the only dance team where there can be a 7-year-old and a 47-year-old. Same team, no auditions, just... They dressed in the clothes that Jesus was resurrected in. It's flowy, but cut. Well, they just kind of dance the lyrics of the song. Like they don't, there's no skill. You know that's what it, in the corners of my mind, I just can't seem to find a reason to believe that I can break free. Cause you see, I have been down for so long.
The other part that I want to say as an answer to you is, as you begin to find your way of working and you bump into something, you go, I can't make this work. Be gentle with yourself. Larry, I keep quoting Larry Moss because I studied with him for 14 years, and he's quite brilliant. You don't yell at a bud because it isn't a flower yet. It's gonna be a flower, but it opens when it's time for it to open. If you're working on something that is beyond your ability at the moment, it doesn't mean it will be beyond your ability in a month, but at the moment, it's gonna frustrate the hell out of you. Acknowledge it and go, I'm not getting this. I'm not achieving what I want to achieve right now. Tomorrow. I'll make another choice tomorrow. I'll look at one of these elements another way. or I need to go out and observe something that is this in life and see if I can learn something.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Message.
I'm a boy. You are not in prison anymore, David. Country got you crazy. Okay, 3, 5, 7.
Boom.
Hold little tank.
Come on, Cleveland. Come on.
She's your queen to be.
You gon' eat your cornbread.
Oh, my neck, my back, my neck and my back.
Hated it.
He's a good man, Savannah.
Hey, that's the big like I used to do.
Break yourself, fool.
He got some cutting last night.
You gotta go to work on Myra's feet.
Aaron.
You raggedy. What does GTD stand for? Got the draws, okay?
I'm about to go rilla. Yeah. It's kind of beastie. IG. IG. Yeah. IG. Let me talk to him real quick. Okay, I'm from the K, that's in the middle of the map, fella. Certified bread state, vicious with them slaps, fella. Jokers pop the same noise, I'm on something different. They tryna work a hustle, but I treat this like a mission, burning booze swiftly. You got 16s, well good for you, got 32s with me. You got a circle, whoop-de-doo, I got a crew with me. A unit full of gorillas, it's the new 50. It's not a thing you can do with me, but fall back while I'm counting my load of blessings. Don't need insurance women to tell me the flow's progressive. I know it's so depressing, cause you love it if I lose it. But I know when all these dubs are piling up, it's kinda bruising to your precious little ego. I ain't playing around, the opposite of the ground that is mine like a seagull.
Hold up, wait.
The sky's what I mean though, invisible for now, but in a minute you gon' see though.
King Kong had a microphone, bouncing to a metronome. Probably sound something like this, like this. We've been grinding for the years, well respected amongst our peers, but we still can't get no love around here. What we do? Go Gorilla, 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 go Gorilla,
A gorilla, that gorilla than the rest. The snare is saying get it, I can feel it in my chest. The kick telling me sick, I'm turn these doubters into victims. Actions speak louder than rumors, I just laugh at all that mess. First they love you, then they hate you, me no worry, me no envy. I got G.O.D. beside me, so I'm in my Z-O-N-E. Gotta let these busters know that every time he bust a flow, it's guaranteed to knock him on the Maximus like Russell Crowe. Yo, the iron's hot and I'm feeling crispy. Guess it's time to pop, snap, and crackle. Spitting truth to these congregations. Now they yelling church tabernacle, amen. Pay no mind to what they saying. This ain't up for no debating. Brought heat from the underground. Time to give the mainstream the thunder sound. Oh, okay, see, I ball and then repeat it. Shorties label me official, cause I call it like I see it. The DJ can't hear replay, but the rule is still the same. That boy Holla still a Christian, but he known to let it bang.
If King Kong had a microphone, bouncing to a metronome, probably sound something like this, like this. We've been grinding for the years, well respected amongst our peers, but we still can't get no love around here. What we do? Go Gorilla, 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 go Gorilla. If King Kong had a microphone, bouncing to a metronome, probably sound something like this, like this. We've been grinding for them years, well respected amongst our peers, but we still can't get no love around here. What we do? Go Gorilla, 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 go Gorilla.
Blessings falling down on me. It keeps bringing me joy. Each new blessing I receive
Blessing to coming in front of me. Coming in front. I'm in the cup with the bag on me. How you feel? Like I got my peace in this heavenly? Yes. We not the same. Keeping the fake up under me. You know. Yeah. I gotta go. I'm in the lead. Yeah. No checking the scope. Plain to see. You reap what you sow. You cannot face me. I gotta say this life is amazing. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Time he saved my life. Coming with that talk. Please don't kill my vibe. Shorty got that walk. She know what I like. Yeah. With the gang and it's so shy, yeah. Okay, I'm in the stew, I got the truth. Look at the pedigree. Okay, I never lose when I'm on the move. I'm leaning on the G. Okay, dipped in the water, only the Father coming in clutch for me. Coming in clutch, coming in clutch, coming in, yeah.
Blessings falling down on me. It keeps bringing me joy. Each blessing I receive.
Gave you problems I avoid. Why would I give up my core? Belief in you gon' change my world. Make me feel like I'm the world. You, well, maybe I'm not sure. Just make me your little vessel. I won't wrestle with you, Lord. I got all these blessings raining. I'm gon' need a new umbrella. We don't do that stressing, baby. Faith gon' work in any weather. Yes. Once I gave him all of me, I just hit the Hall of Fame. We take Jesus over shame. Got no limits, but he not damn. They say no, I'm still the same. Yeah, I got a lot to prove. Fill my life with room. He hopped out that tomb. Yes, I couldn't help it, my confession. Tell him I'm about to bloom. He wrote me up from the womb. Blessings coming soon.
Blessings falling down on me. It keeps bringing me joy. Each new blessing I receive.
Yo, good morning, everybody. What's up, everyone? What's up, y'all? There we are. Hey, everybody. Hope everybody's doing all right today. Good to see y'all. Zeke live in the morning. And boy, what a good morning it is. It's Thursday. Good morning to you on this wonderful Thursday. It is Thursday, the 14th? Yeah, the 14th. Thursday the 14th. Man, we have rolled through August. It is Thursday, August the 14th. We done rolled through August, and look at us, still making it, still standing, still strong, and still trying to achieve goals, dreams, and visions, all of that good stuff. So good morning to all of y'all. Hope all of y'all are doing all right. Man, we're gonna move right on into it because I gotta leave early today, believe it or not. I've got a work thing I've got to be at 10 o'clock, so I've got to move along early. But luckily, I've got some guests that are coming on with me. They're going to help keep the show moving after I make my way and get out of here. But like I said, it's a great day today, and we have been talking on this theme all week long of, just reaching goals, reaching dreams, reaching vision. All of the encouragement and everything is fine, wonderful, and good, but if it don't got no motion and momentum put behind it, then I guess it's really worth nothing, right? It's just a good time. All we had was a good time. And so we're encouraging each other on this day. We're encouraging each other on this week. And I thank y'all for being a part of that. So thank y'all for locking in. To all the lock stars, you have chosen a great way to start your day. And I know. The news is on right now. I know. They talking about all kinds of stuff. I know. Your friends might have called you up already. They talking about all kinds of stuff. I know. But guess what? Luckily for you, you chose a great way to start your day. So thank y'all for doing that. And yeah. Y'all know how we do it around here. Y'all know how we do it. It's all love. It's all good vibes. It's all encouragement. It's all of that good stuff. And so, well, again, I'm just grateful, just exceedingly grateful that y'all are here this morning. And yeah, let's go ahead and just dive right into it. As y'all can see, my head is all over the place. I'm trying to get settled. I just ran up the stairs. I like trying to get settled. So y'all got to bear with me for a minute while I get my life together in my own head, in my own mind. You ever been there where you wake up and it's just like everything just starts like rushing together all at one time, so you got to just like rush with it. And then like I heard the show start and I'm like, and I had to come in here and Lord have mercy. It happens like that sometimes. It be like that sometimes. But look at it. We made it still. I'm gonna tell y'all how discombobulated I was this morning trying to do stuff. I went on here. Like, I was on here. The show has been, I won't say the show has been loaded up. Let's put it this way. I got on, I was playing with some settings, doing some other stuff like that, trying to figure out what I was going to do about moving. Like, am I going to take my computer and this interface, or am I going to come back and get it after I get off of my work retreat today, even though I got to be at the, like, it's just a number of things going through my head. Did all of that, and then realized I didn't even load the show up. Like, so it was like 7:24 or something like that, 7:23, 7:24. And I was like, oh snap, I didn't load the show. Like I've been sitting for like 20 minutes. I was sitting there playing with stuff, adjusting stuff, moving cords, setting the interface back up, and thought I set the show up, and I didn't. I wrote it out and did all of that, and then never actually uploaded it. So discombobulated. And it be like that sometimes, don't it? You be just discombobulated. You don't know what to, you don't know what's going on. You just wake up. I think part of it too is though, I gotta get my sleep habits together. That's part of my thing. Like I know that. Let's see, maybe that'll hear just a little bit better. There we go. Here we go. I think I adjusted that. There we go. Can y'all hear me just a little bit better now? Yeah. So I was saying I gotta get my sleep habits together. I know that is a part of my thing. Like my sleep habits are so throwed off. I ended up being up last night with something. We had a meeting for church, and when that was done, my wife and I were eating, trying to eat some dinner and stuff, and then I had to run to the store to grab some water. I realized we had no waters here. Ran to the store. I got home, and as soon as I sat down, that was it. Which means I woke up, and this was like, we're talking 9:45. Fell asleep. Woke up somewhere along the lines of 1 a.m. Didn't get back to sleep till 5:30. And like, I mean, you ever been just like up like in the middle of the night, and it's like you could get up and work on stuff. Like I could have got up and worked on stuff, but at the same time, it's like if I get up and do stuff, knowing the kind of day I have today, if I stay up through the middle of the night trying to work on stuff, I will not make it through the day today. And by the time I get to Friday, I'll be just out of here, baby. Like, so last night I'm just up and like dozing in and out and all that. So I got to get my sleep patterns together. So y'all, I'm saying that to anybody who overworks yourself and you do quite a few things and you got a lot on your mind. Mental pressure is a lot. I've learned that now. Mental pressure is a lot. Like when your mind is moving in 100 places, like that is exhausting. That is tiring. You know what I mean? So anybody who has just a lot going on, you just got a lot of pressure, you got a lot of weight on you, just a lot of things you're thinking about. Anybody that's in that vein, anybody that's in that boat, I'm telling you, make sure you get some rest. Make sure you get some sleep. Maybe regulate your sleep patterns, especially if you then hit your 40s now, like me. You got to just start changing stuff up. You got to start, figuring some new stuff out. So, I'm saying that as some unsolicited advice as I look in the mirror and say it to myself because, like I say all the time, not just the hair club president, but the hair club member as well. Regulate your sleep, do all that kind of stuff like that. Because it's just, we listen, folks is passing. We just got a call yesterday that a close family friend passed away. So shout out, to the family. I don't even know if it's been made public yet, actually. I don't want to say their name on this platform just in case it hasn't been. I haven't been on social media to see if it's even been made public, but the family knows who I'm talking to and who I'm talking about. Just keep them in prayer. They lost their son, 32, 33. How old is he? 33. I almost said his name. My brother is 33, I think. So my brother is 32, 30. I don't even know how old my brother is. 35. I don't know, somewhere in there. Anyway, they like the same age. They're about the same age. So my prayers go out to that family, a classic, iconic family, very close friends of my family. And just got a call, congestive heart failure. And I mean, that hit me like yesterday. That hit me like hearing that's what it was. It wasn't like, praise God, it wasn't like violence or anything like that, but it's kind of weird to say praise God when somebody passes, y'all know what I mean? But it was, it was a heart thing, I asked my mom, I said, what causes that? What makes that, what starts that off? And, sometimes it's just heart issues and other things like that, but you know what part of it is, and this is why it hit me. And I'm not saying this for this particular person that I'm talking about, but I'm saying for many of us, we run into these heart issues, physical heart issues, because we're not getting rest, we're not getting exercise, we don't got good diet, you know what I mean? Like, we take on a lot of stresses, so we're being stressed in a lot of areas of life, we're carrying too much weight, and that hit me, and I said, oh man, I need to regulate some stuff. I've been saying that for a long time, and I've been regulating stuff. Don't get it twisted. But, just still making it so that I don't end up, that y'all get on here one day and have to hear that Zeke Live in the Morning will no longer be coming on because we planning my funeral. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to get myself to that point. And I don't want that to be the point of anybody else who are lock stars, So here's some unsolicited advice. Get your rest, man. Get some exercise, man. Go ahead and get you some healthier food choices. I've been trying to cut back on the sugar. I mean, I went to Dollar General yesterday to get some water because Dollar General is right around the corner. Went there to get some waters. And usually I walk out there with a pack of like Oreos or Chips Ahoy or something, a couple of Reese's cups, and when I say a couple, I don't mean the little 2-pack. I'm not even talking about the 3-pack or the 4-pack. Do you know Dollar General has a 6-pack? It's like this long. Like that long. A 6-pack of Reese's Pieces. Now that's what I truly call a king size, because that's, stick something in there. What? Listen, I walk out of there with 2 of those and I'm eating Reese's tonight, baby. That's how we going. That's the, and I've always been able to take advantage of that, because my metabolism is pretty high and all that. So I've always been able to take advantage of that, because a lot of times we're eating foods and things for the sake of our, looks, if you like. I mean, just think about it. We some of us, we cut back on it because we just gaining weight, so we want to cut back. But do we ever really think about the actual health benefits that are there with food, or the actual things that hurt us when we eat certain foods and stuff? And so, down in how many are in there? 6? So what is that? 12? Yeah, 2-pack. So 12 Reese's. Like that's a, but sitting up watching a movie or something, or binge watching a show, that's not hard to do. That is not hard to do. And that I feel like the Reese's cups got smaller anyway. So, but I mean, still, so yesterday I went to Dollar General, like I said, last night, to get the water. I walked out without Chips Ahoy. I didn't get no Oreos. I didn't get my Reese's. Because I've been trying to cut back on the sugars and stuff. Just trying to do whatever it takes to not put myself in an early grave. I want to be like the mamas of the show who done made it to their Mamas, don't get mad when I say this, but you'll understand the point when I say it. Who done made it into their older years, their most seasoned years. There we go. How about that? I was gonna say they made it into old age. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean that with all the due respect in the world. I want to make it to the ages of great years that y'all have made it to. The daddies of the show, my father, I want to make it to the ages that y'all made it to. I don't want to be in an early grave, and so I'm trying to regulate that stuff, and so I'm giving that same advice to all of us us, let's just regulate things, man. Let's regulate our health. Let's regulate our schedule. Let's regulate our mind. Let's regulate our sound like the old church saints, don't I? He's a mind regulator. But a lot of us be waiting on God to regulate our mind, and the reality is, for many of us, it's probably something that we can do with a little discipline, right? Because some of that being up through the middle of the night might be because I had too much sugar running through my system, and I can't just go to sleep. I can't just sit down because my body is just, or because I crashed out because there was too much sugar in my system. So I crashed on the couch, sitting down, already exhausted. Now I done sat down. The sugar high done got me. I done fell asleep at like 8 o'clock, and now it's like 11 at night, and I done woke up and can't get back to sleep till 6 a.m. Well, I got to wake up at 6:30. You know what I'm saying? Like, so regulating our diet, regulating our health, regulating our exercise, regulating our schedule. Like, I would encourage y'all. We still got a little bit of summer left. It's still nice to get outside, take a walk. Me and my wife took a walk the other day. We went down by the lake. It was just a random day. I was like, I felt like I need to walk. I had an idea I was working through. I was like, I feel like I need to walk just so I can process this idea. Instead of sitting in the room processing, let's go down by the lake. Let's get a little exercise. So we got up and we took a little walk. Plus, she needed to start walking a little bit more too, just coming out the hospital. So, trying to get them legs moving, trying to get the, so we still got a little summer left. Go ahead and enjoy the summertime. Go ahead and enjoy taking a walk. Get a jog in, get you a walk group. Get you a, do that. Because I don't want to turn this on one day and somebody be telling me that somebody passed away, another person done passed away. I don't want that, and I'm not trying to drag it down on a bad note. So let's keep moving it forward. Again, it's Thursday, August the 14th. Y'all have locked in with Zeke Live in the morning. Y'all keep seeing me look down because I'm trying to, my chain was a little tangled. I had to untangle it. Y'all see me multitasking this morning. Zeke Live in the morning, Thursday, August the 14th. And y'all have chosen a great way to start your day. And man, the topic for the day, I know y'all see it up there. New wine, old skin. Oh my Lord. Some of us have some big ideas and big things we've been working on. Big things, big goals, big dreams, big visions. And that's all the stuff we've been talking about all this week. Right? But now I'm posing this question as we move on from everything else we've been talking about this week. I think, what have we talked about this week? We've discussed, it's all running together now. It's all running together because it's all been good. But we've discussed certain things like, not getting stuck in the world of unattainable dreams. We've talked about stuff like that. We've talked about, just getting up. At the end of the day, everything we've said this week has been about getting up, putting boots on the ground, and some action behind all of the goals, turning the goals into actual goals, let's say it like this, turning dreams into goals. You know what I mean? Turning dreams into goals. How do you do that? You make them into vision, and that's how you can tell whether something not is unattainable. I'll keep throwing this example out there. It's an unattainable dream. If you 69 years old, ain't never picked up a basketball, and you think that this time next year you go into the league, it's just not gonna happen, right? That's just an unattainable dream. You can dream it all day, enjoy the dream, but you're not getting $100 million contract in the NBA this time next year. I don't see that happening. You know what I mean? You 69, ain't never picked up a basketball. So, right? Unattainable dream. However, if you did have a dream that was like, no, I'm 69 years old and I want to just play some basketball. I want to get up and get more active. Well, that's a little bit of vision. That's attainable. You can. So what are you going to do? Okay, I'm going to wake up early enough in the morning. I'm going to get some sleep at night. I'm going to go buy me a basketball. I'm going to start exercising, doing my stretches. I'm going to go practice my shot because this time next year, I want to go running back and forth on the court. Now, I don't think I'm going to make the league, but I do think that I can, get a little more active. Well, that's a vision, but it takes some action to it. You're not just going to get up and go running up and down the court when you 69 and ain't been doing nothing. You see what I'm saying? So again, the whole idea of the conversations this week is that we move away from dream world. We move away from the world of all being inspired and saying, oh man, I feel so inspired. I feel so good. The show was great. We had a really good conversation about it today. The goal is to move away from that and to move into actual goals, actual vision. So today I'm posing this question: what do we do? What do we do when we have big ideas, big goals, big dreams, and those things look new? They're new to us. At the very least, they're new to us. Maybe they're even new to the world. Maybe they're even new to, I don't know, your community or your network or whatever, your network is, your circle of influence, whatever that looks like. So maybe this idea is just something nobody's ever thought of, or maybe it's just something that requires a drastic change, a drastic pivot, if you will. Like, what do you do when you have to make this pivot? You have to make this change. You have to make this. What do you do when that's the, Oh, I thought my wife was talking to me. She just threw me off. What do you do when you have to make a drastic change, a drastic pivot, but you have old mentalities, right? You know the way you're used to doing things. You know the way you're used to seeing things. You know the way you're used to things being set up. You know the friends you have. You know all of that stuff. You're used to certain things. You're used to certain traditions. We get used to we're creatures of habit. We are creatures of habit. We thrive on habit. We thrive on patterns. We thrive on habit. This is psychology. This is psychology and anthropology at work here. This is science talking. Like, we thrive on knowing, how the patterns are working. We thrive on being able to pick out those kinds of things. That's why some of us think in simplistic terms. Like, like if something goes wrong, we got to try to find a one result, a one word answer or a one line answer for why it happened, to draw the line, a pattern, if you will. So what do you do though when you get used to your patterns? You get used to your things. You get used to the way, your traditions, the things that you know, and now you have to pivot and do something else, and it requires you to kind of abandon the old way of doing things. It requires you to abandon the old way of thinking about it. It requires you to abandon the old way of looking and viewing the world, or a worldview, if you will. Sometimes we find ourselves in that position. I think that, matter of fact, I won't even say sometimes, I'll say most of the time, when you're taking on new things, new ideas, new goals, new visions, new dreams, it comes along, I believe, with new worldviews, new ways of seeing things around you, new ways of having to move, new ways maybe in your schedule, it just requires a lot of newness. And a lot of times that's where many of us struggle. That's where a lot of us, here's an example, right? Let's say, just if I'm making something up, let's say that you have a new recipe you want to work on. You have a new recipe you want to work on. You got this idea for some kind of, soup. Right, you got an idea for some kind of soup. It's the middle of summer, and I'm saying talking about making soup. But maybe you got this idea that you want to just try out for some soup, and the way that you're used to making the soup, what it requires, what you need, what you got to get. But this thing now, you decided you want to make the soup in the air fryer. I don't know. Now, I've never used the air fryer, clearly, because I don't think you can make soup in an air fryer. But just go with me for the example here. Maybe you were like, you know what? I think I can pull this off. If I do such and such, if I prep it this way, if I do that. Now, somebody gonna come in and say, but what about what about this pot? And what about the stove right here? And what about, this is a bad example. I don't like this example. Okay, let's try another example. I don't like this example. Let's say let me use something that I actually know what I'm talking about with. Some music. Okay, let's say I have a new idea for a new song. I know about music. I don't know how much y'all know about music, but I know about music, so I can use that as an example. That's a better example. I'm talking about making soup in the air fryer. Let me not put that for YouTube and everybody start trying to shut me down for because if that makes it to TikTok, some kid is definitely gonna try to make soup in the air fryer. So let me talk about music then. Say you got a new idea for a new song, right? You got a new idea for a new song, and the sound is just, it requires, it's like, you just there with it. It's one of them, right? But you came from a world where everything is there with it, right? You came from a world where that's the case. Now, you trying to get, everybody here, but everybody is here. Right? See, I know this world for real. I live this world. Now, what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do? Are you going to make everything sound like this, even though you trying to get, even though you're trying to do that? Or are you going to approach it a whole different way? Does that make sense? Are you going to approach it a whole? So maybe now, because everything is here, maybe now it's like what I had to do with the choirs I've directed in the past, where I had to tell them, I know y'all used to a choir swaying back and forth with the 1-2 step, clapping their hands. I know y'all used to that. But the song y'all about to sing right now, you going to look like a fool. If you just swaying back and forth. And I'm saying that I got a whole new praise. It's to the ancient day. And we doing all that. I got a whole new praise. It's to the ancient. It didn't work. It didn't matter. So it took a long time. When I first started working with choirs here in the city, it took a long time for me to work that out of folks. And you will be surprised how many people that came through choirs with me. I'm going back as far as like LXW days even, because that's when I first got to Chicago. Even BRL, when I first got to BRL phase 2. Like, how many people were like, that's not how choirs are supposed to do. That's not what choirs are supposed to sound like. That's not what choirs are supposed to look like. That's not how choirs are supposed to move. That's not a choiry kind of a song. That's not a, but I was doing something different. I was doing something new. It was a new approach. It was a new way of looking at it. It was a new way of handling it, a new way of constructing the music that we were doing, and it required new motion, new movement, new swaying, if you will, right? So I had to tell them, like, if you was at a club, like, this is a song that would hit in the club, would you do the 2-step at the club? You know what I'm saying? Like, so we had to we had to work through that. We had to work it out. You know, the people that didn't make it with me very long, the people who could not get it in their mind that it's okay for things to pivot. It's okay for choirs not to look like what you grew up with a choir. Because the reality is, even the choirs that we have in African American churches, you do know that's a relatively new invention in the world, right? I know. You listen to the other choir directors and they'll tell you it's always been there. They'll go back to the Bible days and all that. I promise you, what you're doing at your church is not how they did it in the Bible. I promise. I promise how your church choir sounds, how Ricky Dillon and them sound. I promise you won't. I promise no archaeologist will find that anywhere in any historic context. Not to say there weren't choirs, but to say that was once upon a time something new. You do know it was Matty Moss Clark who introduced to us the 3-part harmony in a choir form, right? That's how recent the choir is. You see what I'm saying? So at some point, we all have to learn to pivot, even the things that we think are locked in stone. And it's not to say that those things don't, have their place. It's not to say that those things don't, but maybe you're moving to something. That's the whole point. If you have goals, dreams, we're talking about a lot of motion. We're talking about a lot of movement, a lot of momentum. And so if we have goals, if you have dreams, goals, visions, all that kind of stuff like that, right? You got that and it's looking like it's something different. Then are you going to bring with you, with this new wine that the Lord gave you, are you going to maintain it in the old structure? Are you going to try to keep it in the old structure? Are you going to try to keep it in the old system? Are you going to try to keep it in the old format? Or are you willing to pivot with it? Are you willing to you know what I mean? To take the risk, take the leap and say, hey, I know y'all not used to this. I know, like, hey, you can look at yourself in the mirror like I'm doing right now. Hey, I know you're not used to this. I'm looking at myself. I ain't looking at y'all. I'm looking at myself. Hey, I know you're not used to this, but guess what? God has given us something new. He gave me something different, and I got to go with that. And so, that's what we'll be kind of discussing today. That's my spiel around it. And that's just a little bit of it. But, my goal and my hope for all of us as fellow Lock stars, as we hold each other accountable. Ain't that what we said we was going to do this year? We said we was going to hold each other accountable. Isn't that what we said? We was going to hold each other accountable to accomplish dreams, goals, and all that stuff throughout the rest of the year 2025. We made that pact with each other, Lock stars. At least I made that pact. Now, I don't know if y'all made that pact, but y'all didn't disagree with me, so I assume you made that pact with me. That we'll hold each other accountable to accomplish the dreams, the goals, and the things that God has given us. Well, that means something new is going to happen. The world needs your voice. The world needs your ideas. The world needs you. The world needs what you have. The only problem is that, the world needs to be ready for the newness that you about to bring. But first and foremost, that means we have to be ready for it. You can't give in to what the crowd is saying. You can't give in to what could you imagine? I don't think I would have gotten as far as I did musically had I bucked under the weight of what all the naysayers were saying. All the people who were saying, you know, oh no, choir's supposed to look like this, sound like. I don't think I would have made it as far musically as I did. And I took a lot of hits. I'm telling you, I lived that for real. I took a lot of hits in this city. That's why I don't care too much about people's opinions now when it comes to the folks, because it's like I already heard their opinions, and now the same people who had a lot of opinions about the way I did stuff, a lot of them looked up one day, and I got a few people in the comments right now. In fact, I'm gonna turn the comments on. Y'all know where they are on that screen right there on the bottom right corner of the screen, because there's a few people in the comments with me right now who will testify and agree with me, because they remember what it was like taking them hits, and they remember what it was like when people was telling us, oh nah, that's not how stuff's supposed to be. And then we look up 6 months later, and they don't, not only are they singing like us, trying to dance like us, trying to move like us, these Negroes even had the look like us. I kid you not. Okay, I'm gonna say this, then we're going to a music break. We had this concert with LXW, right? And I wanted the outfits to be wild, so I put a committee on it. We had a committee that was supposed to come up with the outfits. They were bringing these ideas. I remember meeting at the Target on 109th, right there in Marshfield Plaza. There used to be a seating area in Marshfield Plaza at the Target, like where right there. Oh wait, no, not on 119th. No, that is wrong. That's wrong. Oh wait, no, wait. Wasn't there a Target over there? Am I making that up? Where Jewel is? Where was Target at over there? Like, where was this? Or maybe that wasn't in Marshfield Plaza. It don't matter. It don't matter. We was at a Target. I remember that. Maybe it wasn't Marshfield Plaza. I don't remember where it was. But anyways, we had a meeting at this Target. The group met over there by like where the seating area was and all that stuff like that. I think somebody worked at the Target, which is why we ended up being there. And so, long story short, we were in there. They was bringing me these different outfits, and I'm like, nah, that ain't it. That ain't it. So while we sitting there, I'm like, okay, bet, do it like this. I want the denim. Yeah, the denim is cool. Let's go with that. But like the burgundy, okay, I like that as a color scheme. But let's do it this way. All the ladies, let's put them in burgundy tutus. I kid you not. And there's Kev on stage actually hosted. He actually emceed this concert. I had all the ladies in burgundy tutus. They was ordering their tutus with black leggings. I had all the fellas in burgundy tops with blue jeans, and then I had the ladies, I want to say with blue jean tops, but with the tutus on the bottom that were burgundy, you know, and then they had the black leggings, and all of us was wearing brown Timberlands or shoes that were the colors of like the brown Timberland, you know, the classic Timberland, right? So Blue Cross was Target. Thank you, Pastor Bill. Okay, so I was on 119th. I knew I wasn't crazy because we was rehearsing at Lights of Zion. Yeah, we was right down the street. I said, man, wow. Dang, I don't even really, that's crazy work. Okay, anyways, I'm about to go down a tangent. Like, Lord Jesus. Yeah, so we was at the Target over there, 119th, Marshfield Plaza. So we was meeting. I had to come up with these outfits. The people that were with it, and this is why you got to have the right people on your team. Even when they don't understand it, even if they're going to give you a little pushback, they'll at least go with you when you make the final decision. Because they was like, Zeke, that is the dumbest idea I've ever heard. I give people freedom to talk and say what they're thinking, but, and I will change it if you make it make sense. But if I done thought it out and you can't make it make sense to me, I'm gonna go with my mind. And so we put on. See, there goes Jamaica. Jamaica said, "See, now I'm looking at the comments, y'all. See, I done had it." So we had we came up with the idea. Came up with that idea. They went with it. They pushed it out. Whole choir. You talking about like 65, 80, whatever we had. I think we had 80 at that time. People in the group, and all the ladies had on them burgundy tutus with the black leggings. Now, in my mind, I'm going, if a whole bunch of people do the same thing, I don't care how dumb it looks, how dumb it is, like, it's gonna be dope just because the virtue of a million people doing it, like a bunch of people doing it, it's gonna be dope. And so, we shouldn't do that. Okay, well, let's just go with it. They went with it. Ended up being a whole vibe. Now, we got talked about. People was like, well, what does that look? Kev on stage, he was like, man, they are jumping up here in them Timberlands. He was like, my feet hurt looking at them. He was the MC for that show. And so, but it turned out looking dope. It did exactly what I wanted it to do. It was dope, man. It was a dope look, right? Now, we got talked about by a bunch of folks. I'm not going to call no names of none of these celebrities here in the city of Chicago. If you're not from Chicago, you probably don't understand what I mean when I say these celebrities. Shout out to my friend Tamika, who coined that phrase, celebrities. Why was it like 2 or 3 months later, we looking at pictures of some of the very people, I kid you, I cannot make this up, doing their concert. It was like 2 or 3 groups. Jamaica, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it was at least 2 of them. I want to say it was 3, but 2 groups. And when I say the exact outfit, everything but the Timberlands, the exact outfit that we was told looked dumb, that we was told wasn't gonna work. Why am I bringing that story up? Because when you bring something new into the world, it's always gonna be somebody that tell you it don't work, because they ain't never seen it before. They don't know what it looks like. So people gonna have a lot of criticism and judgment before they actually see what it is and what it do. But if you got the vision for it, you know what I'm saying? So imagine if I would have just sunk into the old school thing of where, you know, and because they was trying to bring me t-shirts with a t-shirt design and some jeans. And I'm like, that's cool if this was 1995 and this was the youth concert. Like, I'm trying to do some D-Trick. Come on, y'all. This is our coming out concert. We got to look like we got to be like couture. You know, that's how I was with it. You know, I was a lot more aggressive with people back in the day. Like, you know, we gotta be more couture. We gotta look like come on, y'all, think higher, think bigger. And that's what I came up with that outfit I did. It was just, I was being random with it, but it turned out to be such a thing that other people started doing it all through the city. I kid you not. And I promise y'all, I will stand on them words. And I know, like I said, Jamaica will stand there with me. And I got about 75 other people who will stand there with me too and say, yeah, that happened. But that's the way it goes. Ain't that the way it goes? So whatever dreams you got, whatever goals you got, you know, imagine if I wouldn't have done that. Imagine if we would have just stayed with the regular thing that we did. You know, I could tell you other stories. I could tell you about the Hezekiah Walker event when, you know, when I had to fire my band after a couple of those events. Like, I had to, because it was like, you know, y'all not going with me. Y'all not rolling with us. Like, you know, because y'all want to go with the the old skin. Y'all want to go with the old way of doing things, and we trying to introduce something new. So what is your goal? What is your dream? What is your vision? What do you have in you that God has given you that just may be, that just, look at Jamaica to this day cussing people out. Like, what is it that God has given you that may not look like anything that anybody else has ever seen before? And it's really easy to slip back into the old way of doing stuff because it's what you're familiar with. It's what you know. It's what you're used to. It's really what you're comfortable with. How much of that can you see what I'm saying? How much of that are you willing to let go of so that you can do the new thing? And that's the question for the day. And that's really where I want to leave it at for today. Like, how much of this movement that you're on, these goals that you have are so new that they require you to take on something that may be a stand in the world that may leave you standing alone for a minute. But guess what? It's okay. If God gave it to you, it's going to work out. It's going to be good. It's going to be all right. All you got to do is just go with it. Just go with it. That's all you got to do. Let's do this, y'all. We'll come back. I need to drink me some coffee. I know my coffee is cold. It's sitting back here. I ain't picked it up yet. And it's been 45 minutes since I poured it. So I guess I'm going to have to go get a new cup. And then we'll be right back. We'll take a music break right here. But let's do this before we do actually, I'll announce it when I get back. I'm going to announce the Healing Voices thing when we get back and put that flyer up because I already got this screen going. Yeah. But if you haven't done so, because of course, when we come back, y'all know what I want to do. I want to hit these morning shout outs. So we'll take a quick music break right here and then we'll do some morning shout outs. So if you haven't done so, do me a favor, go ahead and say good morning. We've got 2 traditions now that we do over here at Zeke Live in the morning, and it has not always been this way, but it is this way now. And I said I wanted to hang on to it, and y'all have obliged, and I appreciate it. Don't just say good morning. We do a thing now where we do 2 new things now. We don't do just shout outs, but we do morning affirmations. So everybody's always saying such kind words, such things that get everybody thinking about positivity and all of that. They wish blessings on the whole Lockstar family that's here this morning. So do me a favor. If you haven't said good morning, at least say good morning. Just let us know you're here. We want to acknowledge you, acknowledge your presence because we appreciate you being here. And if you feel so inclined, go ahead and leave a morning affirmation for somebody. You know, stuff like you got this and everything's going to be all right. And here's the second thing we've been doing. We've been naming the days. So you might see on there something like Thirsty Thursday or 30 Thursday, or I don't know, like Thrifty Thursday. I don't know. Like, you know, we've been naming days. People have been so creative. Everybody's so creative. So with that being said, you know, if you haven't done so, go ahead, please, and tell us good morning and name the day and all of that. Leave an affirmation, and we will, on that note, we will be right back. I'm going to get me some coffee. Y'all get y'all a morning beverage as well, and then we'll be right back with it, yeah? All right, y'all. Peace. We'll be right back.
It's within my nature. Sometimes when I live righteously and holy, why do I have to go astray? Forever want your eyes on me. Mwari inindo funga kuti tatata papi. It's on me, I know. The evidence all around me, you are here, I know. So stay with me, oh Papa God, won't you stay with me, yeah. From my nanny, stay with me. Say you'll be there, stay with me, Papa. Oh, no, I ain't perfect. Obstacles will test my faith, inhibiting purpose. I tripped up one too many times. When I fall, moon on T, I'll rise again. Did you see Irindo funga kuti tatata papi. It's all me, I know. The evidence all around me, you are near, I know. So stay with me, oh Papa God, won't you stay with me, yeah. From my nanny, stay with me. Say you'll be there, stay with me, Papa. Don't turn your face away from me. I know this life without you it's lonely. I'm overwhelmed. Please don't turn your face away from me. I know this life without you it's lonely. I'm overwhelmed. Stay with me, oh Papa God, won't you stay with me, yeah. From my nanny, stay with me. Say you'll be there, stay with me, Baba. So stay with me, oh Papa God, won't you stay with me, yeah. From my nanny, stay with me. Say you'll be there, stay with me, Baba.
And we back. I told y'all just a quick music break, just enough that I could pour some coffee and go grab my phone, which for whatever reason is not coming on. So we have to figure that out in a minute here. Like, I don't think it's dead. It's on the charge. I had it on the charger, so I don't know. Whatever. Y'all know me and my phone. We be having issues. We be having real issues. Actually, it was acting up last night because we was on Zoom last night and my thing just kept shutting off. I'm like, what is going on? Maybe I need to update my system or something. They did tell me that when I got my new screen. He did tell me to update my phone. Maybe that's what it is. See, maybe the problem is on me and I need to stop blaming everybody and everything else. Because I was like, if this thing shut me off one more time, I'm going like, actually, I probably need to go, if I can get it on. Okay, we'll figure that out. Because if I want to stay online, I don't even know if like StreamYard will work on it. I think I might just be out of date. I need a phone update. I really just need to upgrade my phone, get a new phone. That's really probably what I need to do, but that ain't in my wheelhouse right now. That ain't what God got for me. That is not my plan. So, yep. Let's see here. Sorry, y'all. I got a special treat for y'all today. Y'all, we weren't planning on it, but hit me up last night. So we're just a little bit later on whenever we get all set and everything. Just so I was responding to that. But yeah, I think I got to upgrade my phone because I don't know. For all I know, probably texted me and I'm just not coming on. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, let's go ahead and do these morning shout outs or morning affirmations as we call them. And if you have not done so already, before we dive into the morning shout outs and the morning affirmations, then do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm going to say it like the millennials be saying on YouTube. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button. And make sure you turn on the notifications too, because notifications let you know when we go live. And then you can also follow us over on Facebook. Right there's all the information to my right. I guess that would be the right of the screen. It's so weird looking at a mirror trying to, when you're a director, you're used to saying the opposite. So yeah, it's actually on the right side of the screen. All the information. And as you also know, comments are turned on. So if you comment during the show, it will show up right there on the bottom right corner of the screen. So you'll be able to see that. And then also, before we do these morning affirmations or morning shout outs, let me make this announcement. This is an important announcement because I don't know if I have another chance today to make it. This is tonight. Healing Voices tonight. APC Morgan Park, 114th and Vincennes. If you listen, you don't want to miss Healing Voices. Healing Voices is a vibe. It's a good time. I promise you don't want to miss it. So if you don't got anything going on tonight and you got an hour and a half to, come hang out, come on out, hang out. It's going to be a vibe. Tonight is what we do. We do what we call breathe, which is literally, we just, we allow people just to write to it. You get a chance to just vibe to it. If you want to just be in the space and just be in the room, then you get a chance to do that. We'll have some pens and paper if you old school, or you can just pull your phone out and write on that if you haven't been living under a rock for the past 30 years. Then I won't say 30 years, it's been at least 15 years though that we've been on the cell phone wave. So but some of us, like me, I'm included, like to write it down. So you can write your trauma, you can write your pain, you can write your successes, you can write whatever. We'll have a track playing, something maybe like the track you hear in the background. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Yeah, maybe something like that, right? Here's one that we did last time on the Breathe Day. We did this right here. This is what we did last time on the Breathe Day. We came up with this track and we were writing to it. Rhonda was writing to it. My wife was writing to it. It was just a vibe, man. It was a good time, right? This was the track that we had last time. So come on out tonight. Healing Voices if you're in the Chicago area, 7 o'clock. And that goes until 8:30. And we are pretty timely. We we get going at 7. If it's 2 people in there, we doing something at 7 o'clock. Like, even if it's 2 people. If it's just me in there playing with music, guess what? I'll be in there playing on some music because the space will be set for when people come in. But at 8:30, yeah, do say, like, you know what I'm saying? 8:30 is like, do say, we'll see y'all. So, so if you got nothing going on tonight, come on through here. Come on through and have a good time. Have a good vibe. Have a good time with us. I promise you, it's going to be just smooth, just settled. This is no pressure, but it is, like I said, it's my support group. And so I love it. I love it when I see fellow Lock stars come in there. And I've had a few people who come in. Shout out to Sister Cometa. I don't know if she's watching, but her and her sister Crescenda, they were there last time. And, she said sometimes she be watching. Oh, look, y'all, Rhonda's on the screen. Don't worry, I'll take you off. I got you. That same thing happened to me. I'm laughing because it's something about StreamYard. If you do it from your phone, it just throws you on the screen. It don't put you backstage and nothing like that. It just throw you on the screen. Well, that was my surprise. Well, the surprise ruined, so there you have it. As you can see, a little bit later, Rhonda on the Rocks will be joining me to get the show moving. StreamYard is so bogus. Remember they did that to me that time? I just popped up on the screen and my finger just came on. I was like, yeah. So anyways, Healing Voices tonight. Come on through, and I want to see you there. Be my special guest. You are more than welcome. You're invited to be there. Yep. All right, let's get into some morning shout outs, y'all. Some morning affirmations. I'm excited to see what you guys have to say. I'm excited to see what y'all put. If I click the right screen, I'll see the comments. Oh, there they are. Guess who the first comment of the day is, y'all? He's on a streak. He is on a streak. I don't know who's gonna like take the streak and chop it off. I don't know who's gonna beat him. I don't know who's gonna win. But Rhonda, what you doing back there? No, Rhonda is just back here just. This is hilarious, y'all. This is hilarious. Rhonda backstage is like, oh my God. Oh my Lord. Rhonda, when you ready, just put yourself on the screen. I'll let you put yourself up. Yeah. Whenever you're ready. But dive into it. Guess who the first comment of the day is, though, y'all? It is. He's on a streak, y'all. I'm telling y'all, he's on like a week-long streak here for first comment of the day. DJ Red. You know why? Because he is subscribed and he got his notifications on, so he knows when the show, before the show even goes live, you know, he's already making a comment. And there's a few of y'all that do the same thing. So there he is right there. He says, let's hear this affirmation he's given us. He's given us this affirmation. He said, hey, Rhonda. DJ Red says, good morning, blessed people. Hold on, wait, I went away. There you go. Good morning, blessed people. It's Thankful Thursday. We got a day. There you go. Thursday loaded. Thankful Thursday. Oh, hey, he says, count every blessing, big and small. Live in your triumph. Tune in to Zeke Live in the morning. Like, share, subscribe. Do it now. And here's the hashtag I like when he says, you got this. So go ahead and lock in, because you got this. There's your affirmation for the day. It's Thankful Thursday. I don't got my notes loaded up, so I'm going to have to memorize all this. Thankful Thursday. There it is right there. What's up, Rhonda on the rocks?
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, that was a rough intro, wasn't it? Not?
Literally. It's the worst intro ever. So, long story short, I left my mic and my laptop that I normally stream off of at home. So I tried to get on StreamYard from my work laptop and I couldn't see you. I could only see like the background, and it was like trying to load. It was saying something about my internet. So I was like, okay. So that's why I kept refreshing, like I was going in and out. And then I was like, well, I'll just use my phone, which was a terrible idea because, of course, I get on from my phone and I still have the same privileges that I have when I use my laptop. So that's how I was like changing the screen and stuff. I was not trying to do that. I have my AirPods in. I don't even know if the sound quality is good.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I was just trying to be here today. I got to my mom's house and I was like, I don't have my supplies. I don't have anything, so I'm trying to make it work. And for some reason, it wouldn't work on my work laptop. I don't know. So,
oh wow! That's why I was.
Phone.
Yeah, it was like blacked out on your screen when you were on there, so I could see you back there, and that's what I was typing back. I was like, just whenever I'll bring her up whenever she's ready. I figured you were just setting up, but
anyway,
StreamYard be StreamYarding, don't it?
I promise you, it's Thankful Thursday though, and we're here. Hallelujah!
Thankful Thursday! Hey! What's crazy with StreamYard is that phone thing, though. That is I learned that the hard way, too. Remember that day when y'all couldn't get off and I came on and it just popped me on the screen mid-conversation. I'm just going to turn it off. I'm like, oh, shoot, I'm on the screen. But by that time, my finger was like there. I'm like, well, there you go, I guess. Like,
it happens every time, but I never remember that it's going to happen until it happens. And I'm like, oh, my God, I'm on the screen. When I'm not, I'm over here like, okay, what do I do? All right. And then I'm like on the screen, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, StreamYard be StreamYarding. Oh, it's all good. StreamYard be I was discombobulated this morning myself. I had to reset all this stuff up, my whole studio. So I got all this stuff taken down, and I left it taken down because I had to go to I got a work event at 10 o'clock today. You know, the whole thing with that. So you know, it was like, but after that, I got Healing Voices tonight. So I got to go to Bridgeport today. Then I got to be back at the church at like 4 o'clock because we got kids that's in there for a podcasting class. And then I'm not leaving from there and coming home to get all this stuff and then coming back. So I had all this packed up, my whole studio. Then I realized this morning when I'm in here, I'm like, I don't got my microphone. I left my mic at the church. Like I got one mic that just plugs in. It's the one I use, the one kind of like yours. It's the Bluebird. And like it just plugs in USB. I don't need the interface and all that. So I had to reset everything up. And then after I did all of that, I realized I was like, dang, I ain't even load the show up. Like it's like 7:23 and there was no show loaded up. I'm like, usually at least 1 or 2 people done commented and said good morning. Like then I looked at it, I'm like, oh, ain't no show loaded up. Like, oh my God. Like discombobulated. So by the time I got on, I was just like, hey y'all, we here. Like I don't know what's going on, but I'm here. Like
yeah. I went to the gym this morning. I felt really good about that. I got some protein in, all of that. And then I get here and I'm like, I don't have my computer. As a matter of fact, where is my computer? And I'm like, is it at home? Because normally I just have my things. Like I've never not had my mic and because I use a MacBook for like podcasting and, my work laptop is just an HP.
Yeah.
But I got here and I'm like, what am I gonna do? But I did have my AirPods. I don't even have my purse. Like I just have like my wallet because I gotta go into the office.
Yeah.
I don't like taking my purse because people steal. So I just have like my wallet, my AirPods, my phone, and that's enough. And I was like, well, at least I got my AirPods. That should make the sound better. And then trying to get on StreamYard from here wasn't working. I was like, I don't want to disappoint this man because I didn't woke him up last night. Like, you want me to get on the show tomorrow? And then I don't have my supplies to get on the show. But here we are. It's Thankful Thursday.
We made it.
It is what it is. Thursday.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what's crazy? Here's what I'm thankful for then, since we're talking about Thankful Thursday. Technology. Like, I mean, when you think about it, we complaining about all this stuff, but 15, let's say, I'll even go further back. Let's just say when we was in college, like, all of this was like, literally like, this was like stuff of dreams. This was like, this was the stuff of dreams. Like, this was like,
yeah.
You can't go live and look at people on the phone when you talk. I remember a commercial coming out one time where they were video calling. I think it was like a Super Bowl commercial. And we was all kind of like, oh, that would be cool, but yeah, right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was, and now we doing StreamYard, talking about some StreamYard be messing up. Like, this is way better than anything.
Now.
Yeah. We've elevated.
We really started using it more during, like the pandemic.
Absolutely.
Like, everybody was using some type of video. Zoom became a thing. Like we didn't know Zoom 6 years ago.
Yeah.
We knew Zoom about like Skype, but Skype kind of went away once FaceTime and other video chatting came in. So you weren't really Skyping anymore.
Yeah.
When the pandemic happened, and it was like, oh, Zoom everything is Zoom. So yeah, I'm grateful for technology. This morning I was just like, come on, give me a break.
He just brought back Skype. My grandfather used to call it Skypey. He was like, you got Skype. He used to call it Skypey. He was like, yeah, I can talk to the people at the church on the Skypey. He called it the Skypey. Let me make sure I say it right. Okay. The Skypey. He's like, I can talk to him on the Skypey. Huh? You like that? He always had some kind of new technology. Didn't know how to work none of it. Like, didn't know what it was called. The Skypey. So yeah, there that was. Let's see here. Who else we got in here? Vicky, and we got another Thankful Thursday. So one has said it. I guess we got to be thankful today, y'all, because 2 people have called it Thankful Thursday. And so I guess we got a reason to be thankful because it's Thursday. Yeah. Or just because we here. Like I said, we lost a close family friend last night, like just very young. Yeah. So I'm thankful for life, thankful to be here, even with StreamYarding. I'm thankful to be here, and just with everything that could be, just grateful to God. So yes. Let's see who else we got up in here. We got Eric's mama. Y'all know how I feel about the mamas of the show, Mrs. JP Rideout, saying good morning.
Everybody.
I love that. I always love to draw that out.
Everybody.
Yep. I love that right there. Good morning to everybody. We're so glad that all of y'all are here. And I love when she says that, everybody, because that means it don't matter where you are today. It don't matter how you're feeling today. You deserve to have a good morning. So good morning to y'all. And y'all go show Mama JP some love. Y'all know how I feel. Now, y'all know how I feel about the mamas of the show now. Y'all say it every day. I say it every day so y'all remember it every day. That's because the mamas of the show, the people who raised us, fed us, clothed us, and in my case, whooped my tail. So I don't know about y'all, but you might have been spoiled, Rhonda. I don't know. Was you spoiled?
Oh no, I got that butt toe up. That mouth was smart, baby.
Oh, you was part of the Toe Up Tuesday clan too, huh? You was part of the Toe Up Tuesday.
Up than anybody else in this house. I got the most whoopings.
Are you serious?
Yes.
And you was the only girl, and you got the most whoopings?
Only girl. Man, listen, I could tell you some stories. I had the most mouth. My brothers were kind of just compliant.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I was just like, I'm not going to do that if I don't want to. I eventually did, but you got to beat the hell out of me first.
So you was part of Toe Up Tuesday and Whooping Wednesday, huh?
Toe Up Tuesday, Whooping Wednesday. Every time I think about it, Thursday. Yeah, that was me. That was me.
Hey, check it out, Roddy. You want to do this one right here?
Good morning, family. And the hearts and the blood, which means we're all family. This is Traveling Thursday for me. Next stop, Los Angeles.
Oh, come on, Traveling. I'm going to throw that in there. It's a T. Traveling Thursday. Hey.
Hey.
Everybody need to get a little traveling in. Like, she's been in Vegas. Yeah, Mama's been in Vegas. Yeah.
I remember you were saying she was zip lining and everything else.
Yeah. Listen, y'all. Mama right here is living her best life.
As she should.
Her best life. She done zip line twice, went to Hoover Dam. Now they going to LA. I'm trying to be like that. That's what I say. I got to get my health together. I got to get my, I don't mean it disrespectfully when I say, I want to get to old age. I'm not calling mamas old. Yeah. I'm just saying like they've lived. I want to be able to be like the Bible says. I was young, now I'm old. I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. And like I said, that's not a young man's testimony. That's a young man's lesson. That's an old man's testimony, and it has weight when somebody who's a little age on them says that. When they say no, I can tell you for real. I was young, now I'm older, but I don't want to be old and like decrepit. I want to be traveling. I want to be in Vegas and LA. I want to be ziplining and on movie sets and doing all the stuff Mama doing. All those things. So y'all better go. Y'all better check out Mama over here, Miss Sherry Staten. Y'all better go check her out because she listen. She living her best life out here. Like I love it. I love it. Let's see who we got here. Pastor Bill Ellis on the APC Morgan Park side. I'm assuming it's Pastor Bill. It could be. For all I know, it could be Naomi or somebody. I don't know. Like, so I'm just gonna say Pastor Bill Ellis because he's the pastor of APC Morgan Park. My pastor, y'all. Y'all give it up for APC Morgan Park. And since we're there with it, I will say it once again. At that location that is known as APC Morgan Park, this is happening tonight. Healing Voices, APC Morgan Park. Y'all be there, 114th and Vincennes in the Chicago area. So give a shout out to Pastor Bill Ellis. I'm actually see him in a couple of minutes here. We got well, I guess not a couple of minutes, but you know what I mean. Like we'll sit. Yeah, really soon, really soon. We both got to be at this meeting. So yep. Let's see here. Who else we got in here? Oh, look at that. One of our college friends and buddies. It is Will C. Westside Willie.
Westside Willie.
Westside. I could never do this like the Westside sign. Like, see, I gotta do that. I gotta go through all the.
Yeah, I gotta fix it. I can't just naturally do it.
Yeah, some people can.
Maybe I can.
Oh, look, you did it. By the time I get my West Side up, boy, the East Side been done with my tail. Like that's the East Coast been done with my tail by the time I get the West Side symbol up. Try to. Will says, good morning to my bro Zeke Locke. Have an amazing show, my boy. I love that. Thank you for the encouragement. I really do thank you for that encouragement because as you can see, me and Rhonda was both discombobulated this morning.
Listen, I hope I got my stuff for work. Like I said, I just hope. If I don't, then hey, do what you gotta do.
One of the benefits of me having to go to this work thing that I'm going to is I don't really have to bring anything. So there's, I just kind of got to show up. But I do have to like get this computer and stuff packed up. So I got to figure that out now because I got the whole thing reset up in here, this whole studio reset up. And I might have to just make that trip, come back home to get all this stuff later. I know. It is what it is. We'll figure it out. Whatever it's going to be, I'm going to be at Healing Voices at 7 o'clock tonight. And I will be in full flare you know, and even if I don't bring the computer tonight, even if it turns into something else, I still know how to play a piano. Thank God I got skill. I know how to play the piano and still make something out of it. It's just not the vibe I wanted for tonight. That's all. Like
Right. You had a plan.
Yeah, I had a plan, but I know how to pivot, so it's all good. I know how to pivot, so it's all good.
Okay.
And I can thank God for that. You know, I can thank God for that. Let's see. Yo, Ray is here this morning. Ray, stay. Do you remember? You don't remember? You said you didn't remember Ray too much, huh? You might remember a few songs. Yeah, you might remember a few songs.
Yeah,
he was
He was.
I would call him one of the popular kids at Olivet. If Olivet was like a high school, he would be one of the popular white boys. He was one of them. Like,
okay. I was gonna ask, is he a Wahite? Like, where are we?
Let me see who you remember. Do you remember Zach? Like Zach Sheets? You remember Wes? They were a little bit older than us. So when you first came in, they would have been like maybe juniors or seniors because they were like a year older than me.
I remember the one guy. I think he was married to one of the twins. The twins weren't from here. They were Latinx.
Oh, you talking about Andrew Twibel?
Yeah, he passed, didn't he?
Yeah, man. Yeah. God rest his soul. He was a good guy, man. Andrew Twibel, man.
Yeah.
He was like one of those people that just like, you just knew they were going. I thought he was going to be like the president of the USA or something like that. Like,
yeah.
He just kind of had that way about him. He was just like, just nice and just kind of, but was always in some leadership role. He was married to Simone. And then he became the pastor of First Church. He became senior pastor at First Church of the Nazarene in Kankakee and then passed. And so they took 2 major losses because Pastor Heck also passed away right before that, which is why he ended up being the pastor there. So it was like, yeah.
So I remember him. I remember Shane.
Of course, everybody remembers Shane. So Ray would have been along with like Shane all the time, like all that stuff. We were all the same class. Ray was my class. We went to high school together and all that.
I've seen him, yeah, but I don't. Sorry, Ray. You probably don't remember me either. I didn't last very long at Olivet, so.
Ron, I'm gonna let you take the next 2.
Oh, it's Thankful Thursday and Healing Voices Thursday. Good morning. And that is from Rhonda on the Rocks, host of Rhonda on the Rocks podcast and creator of Rhonda Reimagined on Instagram. She's great.
Oh, wow. She's got a lot going on.
Amazing.
Wow. Yeah. It's Rhonda on the Rocks. I got to meet this person. Yeah, this Rhonda on the Rocks character.
She's a star. She's a star. She actually invited you to her Rhonda on the Rocks birthday party on August 23rd, and you haven't RSVP'd. So that's what she told me. So, yeah. Neither you nor Eric nor Rich, but it's fine. I'm sure
this is why
I heard it all.
Tell Rhonda on the Rocks to make sure our wives have this.
I definitely sent it to Sticks. If you think I didn't send it to her,
don't worry, she brought it up.
Okay, if you didn't think Rhonda on the Rocks sent it to Sticks before she sent it to you, then you don't know Rhonda on the Rocks.
She was like, "Did you know about this thing with Rhonda having a party?" I was like, "Nah, what is it?" She was like, "She texted it to you." I was like, "Oh, for real?"
I don't even worry with you anymore. Any communication that I need to give to you, I either get on this show or I send it to Sticks.
Yeah,
there's only 2 ways to get to you, so
probably for the best. Yeah. Now, I'm starting to acknowledge that about my own self now, because in my mind, I always answer my phone. I always answer a text. Because I mean, I answer the stuff I answer. I see the stuff I see. But I be moving. I be doing. Brain be 1,000 places. So in my mind, I responded. I done did that. Or if I talk to you in my head, we done talked about it. It's like, you know what I mean, but. I'm starting to acknowledge I'm not as good at that as I think I am.
You're not. But that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. That's why you had your butt toe up when you were growing up. You probably wasn't remembering what your mama told you to do.
You know what? I've been this way. And this is honest to God's truth. I've been this way with a cell phone ever since I got one. I can remember when I got my first cell phone, one of them Nokia bricks, like with Snake on it. It had the game Snake on it, all of that. Like, I remember having one. I turned 18. I got my first cell phone. I wanted to be cool, and I'm driving through the country roads and all that. Not like we had reception out there anyways, but, I had my cell phone with my daytime minutes and my, back in the day. And I remember my dad trying to call me one night like I was out or something. He was trying to call me to see where I was or something. I just was not answering my phone. Like, I don't even think I had my phone on my person. Like, I remember him fussing, like, what's the point of having a cell phone if can't nobody reach you? I'm like, I mean, for emergencies. What else? Like, what else you need a phone for? Like, I'm in the movies. Like you know. So, yeah. It's been that way ever since phones been phoning. I just, that is what it is. I've never liked talking on the phone either, though. So that's a real thing,
Yeah, I'm not a huge phone talker. When people call me, I typically don't answer, but I will text like, hey, what's up? I don't want to talk. Or send me a voice note. I'll listen to that, but the back and forth, unless I'm driving. If I'm driving, I will talk on the phone.
Yeah, now I'm the same way. If I'm driving, I will not be texting back and forth. And that's the other thing. I do a lot of driving. I'm doing a lot of, and I don't like texting or looking at my phone while I'm driving because I'm usually like spending my driving time cussing every other driver out.
Right, correct.
And you can't cuss drivers out and text on the phone at the same time.
Exactly.
Like you have to,
you mean to cuss the person out on the phone by accident.
Right, we're like, let me tell you what this so and so done did. He done turn right when I was trying to go left. Like, I'm gonna let you take the next one too, Rhonda. Here we go, right here. Look who it is.
Good morning, Lockstars family. Have an amazingly blessed day. Not just a blessed day, an amazingly blessed.
Amazingly blessed. Woo.
I think that woman there is related to Rhonda on the Rocks, so she must be Mama on the Rocks. Mama on the Rocks.
Oh my Lord, Mama on the Rocks. Oh, we got to start calling that Mama on the Rocks. I'll be calling her Pastor Mama Cynthia Cohen, but maybe we have to call her Mama on the Rocks. Yo, I kind of like that actually.
I don't want you to call me that, Rhonda. Mama Pastor on the Rocks. Now take that back to your church.
Pastor on the Rocks. There we go. That's Mama Pastor Cynthia Cohen, and y'all gonna show her some love. That's Rhonda's mama, y'all. Y'all know how I feel about the mamas of the show. So y'all go ahead and show her some love. Let's see here. Rhonda, we can argue over who does this one. Who's gonna do this one? You done stole her from me anyways.
Of course. Me, of course. My sister. My sister. Great morning, all. Today is Think It Over Thursday. Take a moment.
Hey, we got a new day.
And think before you speak. And think before you act, especially if you're upset in a moment. And remember, I love you.
Aww.
Such a star.
Such a starra. Such a starra. Such a starra, Jamaica Lachey. That is my sis. That's my homie. And y'all can see her comments later on when I was talking about the stuff about back in the day when people was like hating on us and then literally stealing our stuff. I mean, not even just like the ideas. I mean, all the way down to the color. Like, it was wild, man. Wild. I'll take this one here. Is Brony Cat. She's on a real, y'all see her real name now. Y'all see why I be calling her Bronya, because that's her name. Yes, when you see a Bronya Scott, you're seeing Brony Cat 1 on the YouTube side. She's Brony Cat. On the Facebook side, she got to get a professional on. She said, "Good morning. I've always been edgy when it came to singing in the choir. I stayed in trouble." Like, yeah, we were having that conversation about the choirs and stuff like that. And I was saying being different and everything. Yeah, she said I wouldn't have made it in the 80s. I probably wouldn't have. I think I would have. Yeah, I think the church would have. I think they would have Kirk Franklin to me in the 80s. I think it would have been, because I would have been trying to have Run DMC singing all our songs. I would have been trying to, I guess that's who it was in the 80s, right? Let's see. Ray says he was not popular. The popular kids just let him hang out. Ray was definitely one of the popular ones. I gotta, Ray. I gotta go back on you on that one. You were definitely one of the popular ones in a good way. There were some people who were popular in not so good ways, such as the Brotherhood.
Yeah.
But I won't discuss my trauma back in those days. Let's see who else we got here. Look at that. Pastor Bill is on his way to the meeting, to the meetup. He got a little bit longer of a distance than I got to travel. It's going to take me about 30 minutes. It's probably going to take him about an hour and some change. So that's one. Oh my God. That's one thing about being in Chicago, man. That traffic, boy.
Yeah, I'm dreading it, but
I just can't do it.
Gotta do.
Can't do it. There's Relentless saying with his morning affirmation, which is just yep. That's Rich's brother, y'all, and also one of the most amazing rappers that I know, and he's got a movie he's been working on. Remember when Rich was on set? That's the movie they were working on. So yeah. And then I've got to, let's see here. He's got a name for us right here. I'll let you read that one out, Rhonda. I'm going to ring the tambourine when you say it.
Today is Throw Hands Thursday. To somebody you're this close to throwing hands with, but you're extending grace. Amen. Amen.
Oh, I see what you did there. You can either throw hands or you can throw hands.
Throw hands.
Throw them hands or throw them hands. I mean, some people you just gotta, some people you just gotta, Yep. Some people just gotta whoop their tail. There's no way around it.
Some people. Sometimes you
have to beat somebody else.
Sometimes you have to speak. I don't know. I can't think of any lyrics. I'm not good at this.
Sometimes you. I don't know. I would just say have to use fists and sometimes you have to use belts.
But no matter how you feel, throw them hands and you will be healed. Speak over yourself. I love that song. That's a good one.
I know, right?
That someday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, they would shut us down on Facebook side if I did. Yeah, they would shut us down. I need to reach out to them. He's got another #1 hit right now. He's #1 on Billboard charts and gospel charts for, I forget what the song is, but yeah, he's #1 again. Yeah.
Wow.
He's an icon. And of course, my favorite choir of all time. If anybody want to know who is the greatest choir of all time, Tri-City. Ain't no other way around it. It's just Tri-City. Okay. Yeah. That's my opinion. And I will stand on that forever and a day. Like, until somebody come along and outdo them, like Tri-City. That's just my opinion. It's my opinion. Somebody else might say Ricky. Somebody else might say they church. But I'm going to say Donald Lawrence of Tri-City. That's what I'm going to say. And then I got to... Yeah, man. For real. That dude is a musical genius, too. A musical genius. I'm so grateful that I've had the opportunity to work with him so many times. Like, that's just... I really take that as, like, an honor. Like, just working with him. He's one of those people that change your whole trajectory. We talk about new wine, old skins. Like, after spending... What was it? 2019, I think, was the first time when I worked with him. Mm-hmm. 2018 was the first time I worked on him with the Goshen album. We did some of the work on the Goshen album at that time, and yeah. Like, we did some of the background vocals and stuff like that with that Donald Lawrence Tri-City. That was their comeback album after that, and I was so honored, so honored. And then when Goshen became a stage play. Not a stage play, that's not what it was. It was like a dance thing with Deeply Rooted Dance Theater in Chicago. Mm-hmm. I was in charge. He put me in charge of the vocals and putting the choir together. So we had the auditions and stuff like that. And when we did the auditions, he was like, I want to come to the audition. So we had that music garage, and he came through, and he made the final decision on who everybody was, and he let me give my my input and all that stuff. And at that moment, I was like, this Negro is a full-on genius. He could hear every voice. I had like group auditions, and he was like picking apart voice tones and qualities in group auditions. Like, I'm talking like 4 people singing at a time. And he's like, no, her voice is like this, that, and other. And I knew what he was talking about because I knew the people who was auditioning. And I'm like, you don't even know her. How do you know that was her that was singing that note? How do you know the musical genius? He just got that. He just got that sauce. Yeah.
Yeah. One to know one.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna take it. Yeah.
Yeah,
you're right. I'm a genius, y'all.
You are a musical genius. You really
I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
And I know somebody who will be happy.
Experience that can at Healing Voices tonight. If you want to know if Zeke is a musical genius and you just don't trust my word, come to Healing Voices tonight, 7 p.m. APC Morgan Park, 114th and Vincennes.
You better plug. You better come on, clap it. Yeah. You better. Look, I was about to say the wrong thing again. I was about to say clack it now. Now I'm getting a cross between clap and clock. Clack it now. Clack it. And then y'all had to change the track because look who it is, y'all. It's my mama. Speaking of the mamas of the show, there goes my mommy, Dr. Lisa Dyson. She says, morning, Lock Stars. Have a magnificent day. Love y'all. That's my mama, y'all. Y'all go show my mama some love because, again, that's my mama. There's no other reason other than that's my mama. So,
good morning, Dr. Dyson.
Purr it. Yep. So, Oh yeah, my mama, Dr. Lisa Dyson, and I got to FaceTime my mom yesterday. For whatever reason, I'd be people be talking about Zeke didn't answer, he didn't do this, that. My mom be like, "Girl, who you think you are? He didn't answer your call. He don't even answer my call." Like she be fussing, like I can't even get a hold of it. Like I be trying to call him and he don't. So my mama. There it goes. So I FaceTimed her yesterday. Well, she FaceTimed me, and I was in the office working. And I got a chance to see her and talk to her and all that stuff like that. So yeah. I say that like we are distant, obviously, because my parents live in Nevada right now. So obviously we're very distant. I can't just pop up at her house no more and raid their cabinets. I can't do that no more.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see here. Last one. One more. How about my auntie Regina, y'all? There she is right there. We ain't seen her in a while. There go my auntie Regina. And she said I am a musical genius. So she's agreeing with you, Rhonda on the rocks. There it is right there. My auntie is agreeing with you. Yeah. My auntie Regina, I don't know if you knew this or not. My aunt Regina and my mom both went to Olivet. Like,
I knew your mom went. I didn't know your auntie Regina went to Olivet.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, they both did time at ONU. Yeah.
I feel like that's exactly what it was. Did time.
So did my Uncle John. My Uncle John, the one who did time at ONU. Yeah. That's where he met. That's where he met his first wife, my Aunt Nay. I call her Aunt Nay, Aunt Renee. That's where he met. Yeah.
Yeah, but your cousins went there too, right? Courtney.
Yep. Then Courtney went there. Courtney didn't graduate from that though. She went to bigger, better things. Like, cause why wouldn't she? Like, cause Courtney did. John. Of course, you knew John, because John was. Let's see, John was your class, right? Rhonda disappeared. Where did she go? There you go.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. You can't hear us? We hear you, though. Yeah, we hear you. I hear you.
I got a phone call. Break. I'm going to try to figure this out.
Well, that's what we about to do right now, though. So, yeah, we are going to... look at my mama. She making a slight flex right here. She was on the homecoming court, ONU her senior year. Oh, I do remember that. I've seen the yearbook. So yeah, she was. I wasn't quite that popular like my mama and Ray Ray. I wasn't popular like them, but
everybody ain't able, Zeke.
Everybody ain't able. Nobody knew me at Olivet. I was just there. Like,
you're just the director of the gospel choir.
That's all I was.
Blacks that I met at Olivet.
In the quad, you and Tabby, I remember it, man. Mm-hmm. What a good time. The
good old days.
The good old days. Let's take a music break right here, because we're gonna take a one song music break. And we'll because then I gotta get ready to go in a minute. Like I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. I just gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about this computer. So we'll see what happens in the next 5 minutes. Let's go to our girl Blanca. Let's see what she's singing about. I think she's singing about being worthy. Let's get our Afro beats in real quick. Y'all go ahead and get your jam on, and we'll be right back. I'm gonna do my tambourine. All right, y'all. We'll be right back.
Faithful. I can't even count the times, no. You came and rescued my soul. God, you're able. Your love stopped me right in my tracks, and no one ever want to go back. Yeah.
And that was Blanca. Worthy. Yeah, so anyways, worthy he is. Hey, y'all, thank y'all for being here with us this morning. I'm kind of moving along. You see me starting to pack stuff up. I just got a text. I'm going to say it this way. First and foremost, just prayers up for PG. She knows who she is. Just got a text that she's not feeling well. So that means my schedule just got a little bit easier for the day. So I don't have to pack this computer up. I can actually just come straight home and then make my way to APC. See, I won't say won't the Lord turn it around. That's not because she's not feeling well. That's why she ain't there. But it just kind of worked itself out. Let's put it that way. It did end up working itself out. And so that means I get to gotta have a bit of an easier day. So there you have it right there. Let's see here. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me move this out the way. There it goes. All right, y'all. Let's do this before I gotta jump up out of here, before I gotta move along and hit this highway. And I think I'm gonna go live from my phone if it works out all right. So while I'm talking, y'all might see me just doing a little bit of StreamYarding with the Zeke on the move situation from the phone, which hopefully will work out all right, so we don't have to stop it all. But y'all, in case don't nothing else work out, I need to make sure y'all at least hear this for the day. Because it's Thursday. We got one more day this week. And I think we've had a great week this week. Of course, we'll be back here tomorrow. No issues there. I'll be able to be on with no struggles or anything like that. But for tomorrow, not for tomorrow, but for the rest of this week, I hope that you're taking all of the conversations that we've had throughout this week. I hope you're taking those conversations to heart. Like I said, I've been saying we made a pact, with each other. And, some of us have made an actual pact with each other. We said, hey, no. I'm going to do this. I'm going to finish this. I'm going to get this done. Okay. Hold me accountable. So I like what Brony Cat says when she says, I've got an accountability group, a group that we check in with each other. How's our mental health? How's our physical health? How's our emotional health? How are our goals going? That's the one that really resonates with me when she says, how are your goals? Are you accomplishing them? So that's a bit of a pact, that's accountability, all that kind of stuff like that. But if you don't hear nothing else, at least hear this. Since we're holding each other accountable, right? I think in order for us to move forward, in order for us to go forward with these big visions, these big goals, these big dreams, all this amazing stuff we want to do, I really do honestly believe in my heart of hearts, and I've seen the creativity that goes through everybody that's here in the Locke'd family, because we are a Locke'd family. Like Mama Sherry always says, it ain't just the family that you're born into, but the family that you choose. And so we've chosen to get on here every morning, and we get on and we encourage each other, and we started the whole morning affirmations and all of that. I love all of that. I love it. But again, I keep on harking this point this week because I really do mean it when I say all of the encouragement, what is it worth if it doesn't lead to some kind of momentum, some kind of movement, if it doesn't lead to some motion? What is it actually worth if it doesn't lead to anything actually getting done other than you just feel good about what somebody just said to you? So as we consider the week that we've had, and talking about motion, talking about movement, talking about goals, I know a lot of y'all got some big stuff that you already working on, some big stuff you're already involved in, and maybe you feel a little bit discouraged in it because, again, it is something that is very different than maybe what other people are used to. Maybe it's something that other people can't understand it. Maybe it's something that even you don't understand it. And I don't shy away from my own faith. I don't shy away from it. I understand everybody ain't there with it, and I'm cool with that. But for me, I would define it as God giving us dreams or vision. God giving it to us. He'll give us the desire of our heart, if you will, right? And sometimes when he does that, it opens up something new in the earth. It opens up something new, almost like a miracle or almost like a mighty Russian wind or something. You know what I mean? Like it opens that up in the earth. And some of us, God has entrusted it in our hands. He's entrusted something new in the world in our hands. And maybe it's nothing that's real. Maybe you don't think of it as being major. Maybe you don't. Maybe you think of it just as what you do. But you've been so beat down and discouraged by the way other people have talked about it. Like I went on that whole thing about, I was trying to avoid it, but I went ahead and talked about it. Like when I first came to the city of Chicago doing music, to me, it was like this was, hey, listen, I'm the country boy. My music career started and got kicked off in Hopkins Park, Illinois. 90% of y'all that's listening to this have never heard of Hopkins Park, Illinois. Yeah, that's where I'm from. So, Kankakee, Hopkins Park, that's where it got kicked off. So I was in Hopkins Park. Hear me, I was in Hopkins Park in the country where stuff, if you're not from a rural area, you might not really get this or understand this, but stuff moves a lot slower in rural areas. So, if because I come from a church context, if the black church, let's put it this way, if the church is typically about 10 years behind the motion that the world is moving, the black church is about 15 to 20 years behind that. And if you in the country, you can expect about 25 years being late. So things that were popular like in the 80s, folks were still doing in the 2000s. You get where I'm going with that? Folks were still going in the 2000s where I'm from. So for somebody like me, who is being raised up by, and when I say raised up, I mean my musical influences were people like the Fred Hammonds, the Donald Lawrences, the Kirk Franklins, and I'm trying to match that sound, but there's nobody where I'm from who's doing that. So the best, when y'all heard me shouting out Ralphie L. Smiley when he was on the show that time, and then people like Leroy Holiday when he had that double keyboard stacked up on top of the organ, he playing organ with this hand and slap bass with this hand, and I'm, and seeing that. Like that was like different for me because the other places I was going out in the country, it was like they were still singing Dr. Watts. Like, you know what I mean? So my church was doing praise and this new thing in the 90s called praise and worship. Like it was new. And then here I come and I start playing and I start singing because my mama, I told y'all she used to beat me. Like she made me sing and play at the same time, even when I didn't want to. And I thank God she did that because now look at me now. Like, she saw something in me and pulled it out. But if I would have learned how to do it from the people that were in my immediate vicinity, if I would have been stuck with that, and that was the norm where I was from. When I say Dr. Watts, for those that don't know what that is, that stuff, like, I don't know if this is actually a Dr. Watts song, but you'll understand it when I say, shine on me, shine on me. I wonder if the lighthouse would shine on me, right? And then while that's going, and we just, right? Then a deacon would bow down on one knee and do the prayer, Lord, we come head bowed and knee bent to say thank you, Father. Just to say, Lord, for another day. Right now, this is the norm where I'm from still. We're talking 2001, 2002. That's the norm where I'm at, right? The norm where I'm at. But inside of me, I'm trying to I'm hearing bass guitar because I'm listening to Fred, Kirk, and all them. And in my mind, we should be doing that at church. That's what we should be singing at church, right? And so I'm doing I've got the, I'm trying to do that. And imagine though, right? So coming to Chicago, like where everybody's got bass guitars and drums and organs and all, and all that stuff. It was a big deal for me to get there. It was a big deal for me to come to the city and be able to do my music. It was a big deal, really big deal. Then I got here and it was so different than anything that was here that it got talked about. It got laughed at. It got teased. I'm telling y'all, some of y'all's favorite people. If you in the Chicago gospel scene, if I called out three names, there's three names that if I called them out, y'all be like, no way, because they are three of the iconic names here in the city. I had to listen to them introduce me wrong intentionally, like multiple occasions. Like you know our name, but you choosing to call us wrong at this point because what's going on with that? Like if I called the name out I promise y'all, I will get canceled in this city, which I wouldn't care. But you know, let's see here. My mama was just correcting me, so that wasn't it. So there we go. Yeah, that's the one I was actually trying to think of. I love the Lord. He heard my cry. That's actually the song I was trying to think of. The first thing that came to mind was "Shine on Me" because my grandfather's church used to sing it all the time. I can hear Deacon Hunter start singing it right now. Shine, oh! I can hear Deacon Hunter. God rest his soul. I can hear him singing it right now. I was trying to think. I love the Lord. He heard my cry. But anyways, you know, I got here and these people who I looked up to, these people who I respected, these names that I knew, these names I'd heard on the radio, these names who are hosting all the big events like the Gospel Fest, these names who are at everybody's thing, they're the most respected names. I had to endure them hating because what we was doing was different. Because what we was doing wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, it didn't line up with the cultural norm. So what I'm saying is, what do you have that you working on? And it may not be the music field. That's just my field. That's just me. But maybe maybe you got an idea for a book. Maybe you've got an idea for some kind of a, you know, maybe you have some idea for some kind of a, I don't know. I really don't know. Like it could be a book. It could be a clothing line. It could be I know somebody who's working on something for nurses, something that if you're not a nurse, you wouldn't understand this clothing line. And you know what I mean? Like, and so maybe you've got an idea that's so big and so different. It's bold. It takes guts to pull it off. Maybe you've got that. Maybe that's a real thing. Who is in your ear to help support you in doing it? Because you can't go into it with the old traditions, the old way of looking at things, the old way of dealing with stuff. You can't go into new eras or new wine, new goals, new dreams, new things in the earth. And again, I believe all of y'all are very creative. All the lock stars, I mean, organically, like I said, now the morning shout outs done turn into morning affirmations and naming the days, me pulling out my tambourine. You know how that happened organically. When y'all was telling me y'all wasn't creative, y'all remember that? When y'all kept saying, I'm not creative, and I'm not creative. Then y'all came on and did some of the most creative stuff I've ever seen. And it changed the whole trajectory of the show. Y'all see what happens? So who's in your ear that's countering the negativity you might be hearing? You know, are you scared of it because you're scared of what people are going to say? Or are you scared of it because it's challenging your thought processes? Again, you might know the old world order in your life, your world, right? You might know the old world order. You might have some traditions that you're used to maintaining. You might have just a flow or a schedule that you're used to keeping, and now this challenges the schedule. This challenges the flow. This challenges right? Maybe you already have a worldview, like you've experienced the world one way. You've understood the world this way. Maybe that's through good stuff. Maybe it's a good way because you was raised up with a silver spoon and you were spoiled or something. I don't know. So maybe you were very nice, so you just grew up very naive. And then you have to go into a world that's going to beat you down. And now you have to learn a new way of approaching the world. Or maybe you've had certain traumas and stuff. You grew up with the world beating you up, and now you walking into an era where people are like loving on you and stuff, and you don't know how to deal with it. You have to shape your worldview. Maybe you're going to be going overseas and dealing with people who don't come from your culture, so a new worldview from that level. But my question and my point that I'm trying to make is, whatever it takes to do big stuff, and it might take new stuff, but you have to lean into it. You, like, give yourself the grace. Like Dre said, who you going to extend grace to? Would you be willing to extend grace to yourself? Okay, so I'm solo on the screen right now, so I can look at myself and say this. Would you be willing to give grace to yourself? Would you be willing to give grace to yourself to be able to do whatever it is that God has given you to do? Or are you going to do what I've done in the past and what I'm trying to get over from doing, which is to start doubting yourself so much? And again, I don't mind being vulnerable. You know, I started doubting myself so much So much to the point that when somebody says to me, Zeke, you are so good at music, I go, no, I'm not that great. No, I can't be that great. I'm not that right. Like that's an old mentality. And it's easy to walk into that. We talk about it all the time, that false humility, that false humbleness, right? It's easy, that imposter syndrome. It's easy to just walk in that because at least it gets you in the room and you can maneuver around and people don't think you too much. But what happens when you walk into a room like Rich was talking about, when you have to be bold and arrogant, or not arrogant, but cocky? You got to have a level of confidence. Y'all remember talking about that the other day? What happens when you have to do that? Well, this is a new way you have to enact. What happens when maybe you have to be a little bit more humble? What happens when you have to change who you are, how you are, what you do, so that you can accomplish the goals? Are you going to give yourself the grace to do that? You've got new wine. There's new things. Behold, I'm going to do a new thing. You've got new wine inside of you. You've got new wine. You the world needs you. They need your voice. All you lock stars, I don't think it's by happenstance that we are here. I think it's by circumstance that we're here together. And what's the circumstance? We together can change the world. And we can hold each other accountable to do that. But the first thing we can do before we can hold anybody else accountable about keeping their dreams, keeping their goals, keeping their vision moving, getting their momentum going, keeping motion out there, before we can do that, we have to be able to look at ourselves and give ourselves grace to say, you know what? Maybe I am good. Maybe I am deserving of this. And even if I don't think I am, if God gave it to me to do it, who are me? Who are me to argue with God and what God saw? Maybe you're doubting your talent. You know, I hate my voice. I do. I swear to y'all, I hate my voice. When I'm mixing a song, I probably spend most of my time just trying to adjust my own voice because I don't like what it sounds. I don't like it. And that don't matter how much even my own wife, my own mama, the people who love me the most, it don't matter how much they tell me that I can sing. It don't matter how much the congregation tells me is good. Like, in my head, it's at mid at best, right? And because of that, I hold my own self back from getting stuff done. Now I'm being real vulnerable right now. It must be time for me to jump off and let Rich get on, because now I'm being over vulnerable. But part of the reason I don't get stuff done is because I got my own self doubts. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I'm looking in the mirror with myself and I'm saying, am I going to extend myself enough grace that the new things that God is trying to do through me, and it's the same, if this resonates with you, it's the same for you. Like, are you going to extend yourself the same grace, the level of grace that doesn't doubt yourself, but says, you know what? This is what it is. God gave it to me the way he gave it to me. And I'm not saying don't cultivate it. I'm not saying don't grow it. I'm not saying don't go get a skill. I'm not saying don't perfect it. I'm not saying none of that. I'm simply saying don't look at yourself. Let's stop looking at ourselves in a way that says, you know what? Maybe I should just go with the status quo because at least I know that. Maybe I should just go with because here's the reality. If it's God put it in you, it's going to come out regardless. I'll never forget, a prophet told me one time, she said, the only thing you're going to wish one day, she said, is that you would have did it earlier on. She said that 15 years ago. This is probably longer than that now. Oh God, this is probably, about 15, 16 years ago. She said, the only thing that you're going to wish when it gets down the line is that you would have did it sooner. Essentially, you would have trusted in yourself earlier. And this, I look back on, I say, well, but them words really come to pass. Like, you know, like, did them words come to pass? But what was the holdup? It's the doubt. So you got something that's new that God is trying to do through you. He's trying to do with you. He's trying to introduce it into the world or whatever. You've got something new. And, don't fall into the status quo. Who do you have that's around you? Who do you have that's around you that will help to pour into you, that will help to see that, your new wine deserves a new packaging system, new skins, or a new bottle? In today's context, we got bottles. We don't use wine skins no more. We use bottles. So, you need a new bottle. You got to, who do you have around you that's going to feed into that and help you counter the grace that sometimes we don't give ourselves because we want to make sure we're fitting in? Are you willing to give yourself enough grace not to fit in? Are you willing to give yourself enough grace not to, are you willing to give yourself enough grace to just be everything that God gave you to be? Because at the end of the day, once you do it, all they gonna do, and I'm telling you from experience, all they gonna do is copy what you did, try to clone it, try to recreate it. Even the ones who was talking about you, you got more in you. You are, you are great. Can I just give you a little encouragement here? And this encouragement is not meant to just make you feel good. This encouragement right here, again, is not meant to make you feel good. This encouragement right here is meant to make you have some motion behind you. And I'm looking at the mirror when I say it. You are amazing. You are great. The things you have inside of you, the goals, the dreams, the vision, the spirit of God even that's on the inside of you that is trying to make something new in earth. God's trying to use you for something. And the only thing that's going to hold you back, is trying to hang on to the status quo. And for whatever reason that is, whether it be self-doubt, whether it be you don't want to hear from naysayers, whether it be whatever it is, at the end of the day, you got to get to a point where you realize I was built for this. That's the new skin. You see what I'm saying? Or the new bottle since we 2025, right? You were built for this, and God has already filled it up. So who at the end of the day is trying to hold us back? Is it other people? Let them people go. You might have some relationships that you need to let go of. And that just is what it is. You might have some friendships that's trying to keep you where they are. And it's okay. It's okay that they want to stay where they are because maybe that's what God has them. But if God is elevating you and you moving somewhere different, you might have to let that connection go. You might have to or manage it a little bit differently. But don't allow somebody to hold you back, including yourself, because you have greatness inside of you. And the world needs what you have. I'm talking to you lock stars. And I'm a lock star as well, so I'm looking in the mirror talking to myself. The world needs what we have. The world needs what we have. And the only thing that's going to continue to hold us back is that we keep trying to fit in with some status quo for whatever reason we're trying to do that. Because it's safety in the status quo. At the end of the day, there's safety in the status quo. But that might be a misnomer, though. Because if God wants to do something new, then behold, he will do a new thing. And the status quo will have to. There's always a season. There's a season to live. There's a season to die. So that which was new once upon a time becomes old, and it reaches its course in life, and it has to die. And if you're gonna stake your claim on something that God is changing up in the earth, then you got to pivot or you got to die with it, and you got to make that choice. That's on you. Like Rich says, life is choice driven. So you'll live and die by the choices you choose to make. So if you lock on to something that God is trying to change in the earth, right? Especially if he's trying to get you to be part of the new thing. Let's all do this. Let's all become part of the new wave that God is building through us. Or for some of us, that might be something you've already been working on. For some of us, it might be a vision that's on its way, and this is a word that you need to hear so that when the time comes, you'll know what to do with it. But whatever the case may be, when it's time to make motion, when it's time to take movement, let's hold each other accountable. And y'all got to hold me accountable because I get discouraged. I get discouraged. I've been beat up enough that I get discouraged. I told you I came into the city getting beat up, and I was strong once upon a time. I throw the punches back. I didn't care once upon a time. But you take enough hits, and I don't care who you are. You take enough hits, and it's going to knock you down for a minute. But are we going to get back up? So y'all got to hold me accountable. And now I'm encouraging you to hold y'all accountable because I'm relying on y'all. Just like maybe some of y'all might be relying on me. I'm relying on y'all. So let's do whatever it is that God is trying to do through us, with us, in us, whatever dreams you have, whatever goals. Let's see it through. Let's see it through. And let's look up this time next year and say, oh my God, look how amazing the stuff we did was. Look at the changes we decided to make so that we can see through what God wanted us to do. And then look how successful we were as a result. And that's what I want for us. And that's the conversation we've been having this week. So that's my spiel. That is my soapbox right there. That's my spiel. Can I do this real quick, y'all? Can I do this? Because I got to jump out of here. And I think I'm going to jump on my phone. But I'm going to do something real quick. I didn't finish sending this thing. I didn't finish sending this thing to the back chat. Look, I'm sitting there like, there it goes. Let me do two things. First thing I'm gonna do is say hey to my Aunt Kathy. Y'all go show my Aunt Kathy, Pastor Trephinia McGeeslin. Y'all, she's on the Facebook side. Y'all go show her some love, some real love. That's one of the people who believed in me, y'all. Listen, when y'all say who's the people that believe in you, she needed a musician, and I didn't know what I was doing. She brought me in as a musician. I didn't know what I was doing. I was learning to sing, direct, do all that stuff, and she brought me in. People who believe in you. Who's in your corner? That's my Aunt Kathy. Y'all go show her some love. Second thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring to the stage somebody that y'all know and y'all love. I know he's my dog, my homie, my friend, my brother, and I got nothing but good things to say about him, and that's why I like him to be on the show. So y'all do me a favor and welcome to the stage the one and only Pastor Rich Holmes.
Hey, what's happening, man?
What's up, Doc?
How you feeling today? You all right?
Yeah. About to rush and run up out of here real quick. I'll tell you what, Doc, because we haven't had you do this in a while, and I know this is putting you very much on the spot, but if there's one topic that I know you know how to talk about and encourage people in, if there's one topic I know you know how to do, it's how to talk about encouragement for, moving forward with momentum. But now today's topic and subject matter at hand is, the new wine with the old skin. Sometimes you got to change your mentality, your viewpoint, and that might mean you got to shake up the people you're around. It might mean you have to shake up your schedule. It might mean you have to shake up, but your comfort zone might have to shift so you can do new things. And if this is the conversation of you'll live and die by the choices you choose to make, I don't know a better conversation about it, because that old wineskin will bust open when you try to put new wine in it, which means that old wineskin has to die. So something got to die, for lack of a better terminology. Something must pass so that something else must grow. And so where's the growth happen? So if there's anybody I know who knows how to talk about that, you mind just encouraging the people this morning you mind just being a pastor for a minute while I get up out of here and get on this highway? I'm gonna get on my phone. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get on my phone. But
tell yourself, man. I got it from here. Y'all are locked in now with AP Rich. Okay.
Hey,
Lock will be on the way. Don't leave me yet. Don't.
You even got Rhonda with you. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna make my exit right now so I can hit this highway. I'm gonna jump back on or whatever if I need to. I don't know. We'll see what my phone decides to do. But
yeah.
Because for whatever reason, I can't turn my phone on right now. I don't know what's going on. So,
Jesus Christ.
I know. Me and this phone. I think it's just time to get a new phone. It's clearly. So, but Rich, you mind just like speaking to that for a minute and just encouraging the people? I mean, we don't really give you, for the last week or so, we ain't really gave you a chance to just stretch out and just talk for a minute. So
I feel like I talk a lot, man, but it's all good. I don't mind.
Yeah, we want to hear your viewpoint. The past star. Yeah. You go ahead, y'all. I'm removing myself from the stage. All the lock stars, in case I don't make it back. I love y'all, and I will be here tomorrow. But Rich Holmes, I'm listening, so yeah. Go ahead and encourage my soul, Doc.
Yeah, so it kind of all starts back again. First of all, Rhonda, what's up?
Yes. Hi. How are you?
Doing?
Today is a Thankful Thursday.
Okay.
And I'm gonna rejoice and be glad in it, because the way that I don't have the proper supplies to do the show right today is like vexing me a little bit, but it's fine.
I got you. Well, what we were talking about, he was talking about what I'm hearing is really making these choices with this at the end of the day as well. How you're going to, honestly, I just forgot what he was talking about. God dog, that fast. What was the show? I thought it was going to come to me as I kept talking. I was like, rattle, but it never showed back up. It just never hit back in that mind.
So funny. Well, I know the title of the show was Old Skin,
There it is.
New Wine.
Okay. So how does one even approach? I don't know if he got to this, approaching something that's new. Oh my goodness. A lot of times we say we want something new, but there may be moments where we're not even prepared for something new. And does something new to you always mean something better? Or is it really just a new experience? How do you encounter or take over something that's new?
For me, I think it depends on what it is. I am a very change averse person. So I don't do well with a lot of change too many changes at once, a big, huge change. Like it takes me a minute to get adjusted.
Yeah.
And I sometimes have anxiety when I know that change is coming.
Yeah.
Um, and things always end up being okay, but I sometimes view change as something negative. Well, I have
Mm.
historically
Okay.
viewed change as something negative because in my mind, it's like, why can't things just stay the way that they are?
Gotcha.
But if things stay the way that they are, then you can't grow, you can't be better if
Yeah.
things just stay the way that they are. And so that is something that I'm constantly working on is being okay with change and not
Yeah.
panicking because something is changing because change does not always mean that
Yeah.
it's going to be something bad or something uncomfortable. It may be uncomfortable, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be something bad. And
Yeah.
so I historically have had like a negative approach to new things.
Yeah.
But as I work every day, I try to have a more open mind and more receptive heart to things that are changing
I
in my
like that.
life because I know that that's inevitable. It's
Yeah,
inevitable.
yeah. I like how you even said you don't may not have a positive approach to it, just as an open mind concept to it.
Hmm.
Hey, I may still have this negative thing going on, but I'm
Yeah.
open to hear something to help me push to be positive. A lot of people doesn't really, work on that space and lean into that space. I think that's amazing. And so when I look into it, I love to try to control the narrative of
Hmm.
change. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? When change just automatically just hits me, oh man, I'm a little rough. It kind of takes a little time for me to get over that. But if I
Yeah.
can control a change, and what I mean by controlling change is I'm getting knowledge of what's coming up, what's getting ready to change.
Hmm.
Why does this change need to happen? Is it beneficial for me to change? You know what I mean? To even
Hmm.
change my mind on a concept, to change how I approach anything, to change like when I was working at work, I hated change at work at the job because I felt like
Hmm.
I just got an understanding of it. You know what
Yes.
I mean? I just finally got this down. I'm finally smiling when I come in this place, and now you want to change? What's going on? So
Hmm.
when it coming and dealing with that approach, even on a job, how should we deal with change or approach change even at work? Should it be with that open concept, or what's some of the perspectives that you kind of see even with change?
I think that, like anything, when something is going to change, or if you are the one invoking the change, that
Yeah.
it is your duty to over communicate. Because there are
Mhm.
people like me who are change reverse, who have anxiety when it comes to change, all of those things. So, over communication to me is important when there's going to be a big change, especially if
Yeah.
it's something that's like, has like a bunch of like nuanced details and stuff like that. Over communicate, let people know because sometimes we make a plan based off of what we already know. And so now
Yeah.
I have to change my whole plan because something else has changed.
Yeah.
And so communication is huge to
Yeah.
me when it comes to change. And it puts me at ease because it's like, okay, now I have all of the information that I need in order to adjust to whatever this change is. I think the
Yeah.
other piece is time. We have to give people time to adjust because you may say, okay, you may have gone from working from home 4 days a week. Now you can only work from home 2 days a week. Well, now I
Right.
need time to figure out what I'm gonna do with my dog, what I'm gonna do with my kids, what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna grocery shop, how I'm gonna do this, that, and the third, because now this change has happened. And so I
Yeah.
think time is important. Um, when you are the person that's invoking change in whatever space it's in.
Yeah.
Um, you got to give people time to adjust and you have to over communicate so that people can adjust their lives in the way that they need to.
Yeah.
And I think that it it helps the change to like take effect quicker when
Mm.
you do those two things.
So I hear that. I love it, especially the approach practically to it. We see that in our jobs and everyday life. Now, what happens when it gets shifted to the church house? Huh?
Mhm.
When it when it comes on over to
Yeah.
now, traditions that we may have uphold and have to keep
Yeah.
going. And we like, we still trying to, we want new people to show up, but we're
Hmm.
staying same in a lot of our mind, in a lot of the way of our thinking, in a lot of ways of our concept, a lot of ways of our approach. So now,
Hmm.
how can we I guess I'm just trying to see where do we lose the difference when it comes from our jobs versus coming out spiritually to the church house. Should it still be the same? Should it be a slight difference? Like, where's our approach in the happy medium to kind of be effective and be impactful in today's society?
Yeah, I think that still the same two things, communication and time, but I also
Yeah.
think you have to give voice to the people who is impacting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people just want to be heard. They
Mm.
know that the decision is made and is set in stone, but people just want to have an opportunity to air
Yeah.
their grievances. For me, that's super annoying. I don't want to hear that. I don't. I don't want
Yeah.
to hear you complain about what I've already made a decision about. However, I understand and respect that people have opinions
Yeah.
and that people have feelings about what it is that may be changing. And so I think that in a church setting, like creating a town hall space, maybe
Okay.
once or twice within the time frame. So for instance, if let's just say there was going to be a big change 6 months from now.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
think at the 3 month mark, at the beginning, when you first announce it,
Yeah.
within that first like month, you have like a town hall session, let people cry about it and do what they need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Then within like 3 to 4 months, 2 months before that change happens, let people have a town hall like, hey, don't forget this is happening. You may have not made it to the first town hall, but don't
Yeah.
email me, don't come talk to me after church about it. I will create a space for you to
Yeah.
air your grievances. And after that,
Mm.
we're moving forward.
Moving forward.
There
Yes.
has to be like boundaries set because people they feel like they can just come in and say what they want to say, and they want to hold you after church, and they want to call you on the phone on the weekends, and they want to we've created
Mm-mm.
space for that. The space is going to be on January 5th
That's
after
just not
church.
planned accordingly.
Plan accordingly. Like
Yes.
I'm giving you ample time. I'm going to announce it every Sunday. Don't forget January 5th we have in town hall
Yeah.
about the changes that are coming.
Yeah.
So yeah, that I think over communicating, giving folks that time, six
Yeah.
months or however much. Sometimes you can't wait 6 months, right? Sometimes
Yeah.
business has to take place. But as much time as you can allot, give that time and give space for people to say what they're gonna say. And then,
Yeah.
you gotta have thick skin. Once you've
Mm.
consulted God and He's told you this is what you need to do, you gotta just kind of be ready. And I've been on both sides of it. I've had plenty to say.
Yeah.
Plenty. But if I didn't go to the town halls,
Yeah.
that's
That's
on
it.
me. Like when it
Gotcha.
comes to, yeah, if I didn't make time to share or express how I felt about it at
Yeah.
the appropriate time and place, then that's on me. And we just
Gotcha.
we have to hold church people accountable.
Yeah.
We,
Yeah. At
well,
some point.
they've been here 30 years. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I've been here 30 days. So
Yeah.
what? Like, just
Same
because you've
guy.
been here 30 years, same God,
Come on.
today, yesterday, and forever. So
I hear you.
just because you've been here longer doesn't mean that you have more in that is going to impact you more or have more influence. That's debatable. That's my opinion. But like,
Yeah.
people have to get over themselves. What is the goal? To move the kingdom of God forward.
Facts.
And you being changeaverse can hinder that. So you're
Mm.
either on the church bus going north, or we gonna let you off at this stop, and then the bus gonna keep going.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gonna keep
I feel
going.
that.
So
Feel that. I mean, you recently experienced some big change in your life,
yeah,
or
I
small changes, that
did.
way you want to look at it.
Huge change. Huge, monumental, life-changing change. Yeah,
So,
it's
how
it's
you dealing
it's
with the change? Wow, because that's a lot.
I
Yeah.
am dealing. One of the things that I find most interesting
Mm-hmm.
now is that people have so much unsolicited advice.
Mm.
And not that I mind so much, but
Okay.
it's just funny to me because when I was big as all outside, no one had any advice for me. No
Wow.
one said, hey, I go to this workout class at the YMCA. I would love for you to join me. Nobody was saying
Wow.
that.
Okay.
I went to picnic. One of my friends is a Q, so I went to his chapter's picnic Saturday, and
Yeah.
I had my like Rondo on the Rocks little wine tumbler with Crystal Light in it.
Yeah.
But that's what I didn't want to bring my big cup, minding
Yeah.
my own business. And one of my sorors, who I know very well, walked past me a couple of times, didn't say nothing, which was fine with me because, child, go ahead. And so I went near her to speak to another soror, and she goes, "Oh my God, I didn't even recognize you." I'm like, "Girl,
Yeah.
I'm not unrecognizable. Calm down,
Mm,
first of
yeah.
all." And
Yeah.
then she later on she says, "Oh, I'm sorry. Like if I offended you, I didn't mean no harm. Whatever, whatever." I'm like, "No, I'm fine. You know." And I'm pretty
Mhm.
much an open book. Like people ask me stuff all the time, and it doesn't bother me. So then
Yeah.
this is what bothered me. So she goes, "So how have you been since your procedure?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm good. You know, more good days than bad. I'm not in any pain or anything like that." And
Yeah.
she goes, "Well, that's good, but I just want to tell you, you should really be careful about drinking." I said, "I don't drink." And so she
Oh,
looks at my
some-
cup and she goes, "I'm just saying, like, you know, that I just heard that could be really dangerous." And I said,
mm,
"That's true. I don't drink." And so
mm.
then another soror who's sitting next to her tells me about how her friend had weight loss surgery and now she's an alcoholic. And I'm like, I do not
Yeah.
drink.
Yeah.
So you telling me about your friend who's now alcoholic, and then then people go into this whole thing about, "Oh, I know somebody who died, and I know somebody who
Oh,
did this, and
wow.
then they died." Like, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah. And they probably thought they was being positive talking like that,
Oh,
didn't they?
for
And
sure,
encouraging you.
for sure,
Wow.
for sure. And it's like it made me examine myself. When people do stuff like that, it makes me examine myself. Do I give
Yeah.
unsolicited advice? Because the way that I feel
Mm.
right now, I really hope that I don't make other people feel like that. I don't
Yeah.
profess to be Jenny Craig. I am not an expert on weight loss at all
Yeah.
whatsoever. But if someone asks me,
Yeah.
I will tell them. But I after those experiences, and this happened quite a few times at this point,
Okay.
I've really examined myself. Like, let me make sure I'm not giving unsolicited advice to people about their kids and
Yeah.
their kids' education and things that I'm an expert in, but
Yeah.
you didn't ask me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sometimes people don't want to hear that.
That's so
They
true. I
just
think,
don't want to hear it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
for sure.
And
That's a
so
challenge. That's definitely a
it's a
challenge.
huge challenge.
Yeah,
It's a
definitely
huge
on my
challenge.
journey and what I'm doing too. And it's just like, wow, I want to make sure I don't do that, but I want to be impactful. I know I can be
Correct.
helpful, but you're
Hmm.
right. There are moments where we just must be silent. And that might be a change because I'm used to talking. And
All
so
the
the
time.
change that I got to shift now, close your mouth. Just be
Yeah.
quiet. Use the scripture that silence is a weapon. And so
Hmm.
that's something that I've been working on to just say, hey, let me close this mouth and I'll just
Hmm.
use the voice when it's time to use it. So, man, that's big for sure.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm grateful. Like if nothing else, I feel like I've learned a lot about myself, how I
Mhm.
show up in spaces for other people during this like time, like how people view me.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot, and so I'm grateful for the change in this season.
Yeah.
It's way more than just like physical for me.
Yeah.
It's a lot mental, it's a lot spiritual, it's a lot financial, like all of that um has been a big change for me. I realized how much money I was spending on food and liquor.
Wow. Come on.
Like
Positive change
it
here. I
is,
hear
I'm
it.
like, girl, you was eating down. Do you hear me?
Come on. Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
why were you eating so much?
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. You're
Because
gonna
now
save a
I
lot.
just
Sure.
I don't spend, like, I don't eat out like that. Like, definitely
Yeah.
not fast food.
For sure.
Um but how easy it is to go spend $10-15 at Chick-fil-A or Culver's or whatever. You don't even think about it. Like,
Yeah.
it's like,
No,
okay,
that's real.
you don't think
That's
about it. And
real.
so, and then just alcohol is expensive. I don't care if you're buying bottles, I don't care if you're buying individual drinks when you're out. All of
Yeah.
that stuff adds up. Like when I've been out to a restaurant 3 times. I've been to Cheesecake Factory twice, and then I went to this other restaurant Sunday.
Yeah.
And my bills be so cheap.
Come
It
on.
be
Less than
so cheap.
$20. I'll be happy.
Because I either get a kid's meal or
Yeah.
I get like a lunch special or something that I'm not gonna eat all of.
Right. Right. Right.
And yeah, I'm not drinking, so it
Got
just
you.
everything's so much cheaper.
Yeah, this
which I
is what's
love.
up. Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all listening to Zeke Live in the Morning. We are here with Miss Rhonda on the rocks, who's hosting with me,
Yes.
and I, AP Rich. I host Zeke Lock. You know, he had to step out for a moment, but you know, he's always on the move. He's always thinking about you. We're currently talking about change, people. And here's something I thought about with change. And one thing that I like about change, and when I talk to Rhonda, this is what I'm hearing. Preparing for change. As we know, some of the story that she did, she had to prepare for this monumental change. And that's something I was able to learn even from her story and within my journey. How does one prepare for change? How do you prepare for change? Rhonda, can you speak a little bit to preparing for change, even with your own thing, what you had to do, some things you had to let go of? You spoke to her as well, because there's a lot of meat on the bone, even with that. Things that you might have to let go of, things that you might can't hold you back anymore to pursue something about your ultimate goal of going forward. So change can always not have to be something that's a scary thing, but it can be something that can redefine you and can push you to where it is that you can be going. So let me just hear a little bit how you were able to prepare for change. How does one even prepare for change?
Yeah, so when I was teaching, my students used to read a book called The 7 Habits of a Highly Effective Teen. There's also 7 Habits of a Highly Effective Person. And one of the concepts that I learned from that was beginning with the end in mind.
Yeah.
So starting something with the end in mind, with the goal in mind. To me, that is the best way to prepare for change. What is the end goal? Where do I want to be at the end of this, or when I reach my first milestone or my first goal? And so when I think about beginning with the end in mind, when I think about like my physical fitness or health or whatever you want to think about, the goal is to be the healthiest version of myself at whatever
Yeah.
weight, whatever clothing size, whatever. So that means there are things that I have to do now to get there. So that
Mm.
means I have to work out. I have to follow the diet. I have to eat right. I have to be
What?
mentally
You don't just
well.
pray and it just go away and everything goes well. You don't just pray and just, okay. I didn't. Okay, go ahead, continue. I just make
No,
sure. Okay,
I don't just pray and everything goes well. And I mean, if it were that easy, probably everybody would be doing it.
come
Perhaps, I
on.
don't know.
All right.
Um, but yeah, I would encourage people to begin with the end in mind. If the end is to save $1,000 by the end of the year, what do I need to do today to
Yeah.
have $1,000 by December 31st? That means maybe I shouldn't buy those sneakers. Maybe I
Mm.
shouldn't, spend the money eating out when I have a freezer and refrigerator full of food. Like deep freezer is packed high with food, but yeah, I'm still
Right.
going through the drive-through. Um, and it's those small changes that make a big difference. Everything adds up to something, good or
Yeah.
bad. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, that's what I would say. Begin with the end in mind. If I could leave, that's how I prepare for change. I
Yeah.
begin whatever I'm starting with the end in mind. The goal is this. I rewind all the way back to where I am now. What do I need to do today? And then what do I need to do tomorrow? And that's that for me. So I like to work out really, really early in the morning. Today was the
Hmm.
first day that I worked out in the gym since surgery. So because I like to work out really early in the morning, I have to
Hmm.
have everything laid out. I cannot look for
Mm.
anything in the morning because I want to be in the gym early. If I have to look for anything, I'm getting back in the bed. I know myself. So I lay all of my clothes out, socks
Yeah.
out. If I'm wearing a waist trainer, that's laid out. If I'm taking water with me, that's set. Like everything is right there. My headphones are charged.
Yeah.
Everything is there because I know when that alarm goes off,
Yeah.
I'm gonna brush them teeth. I'm gonna use that bathroom, put them clothes on. I'm going out the door. If I have to
Yeah.
make any stops, it's not gonna happen.
Got you.
So because I know that about me, I prepare my things the day or night before so that I can be prepared for what
Yeah.
that goal is. So yeah, begin with the end in mind.
Love it. That's what's up, guys. I love that. Begin with the end in mind. For those that ain't need scripture references, talks about God gives you an expected end. There's an expected end where He wants you to be an end in, and so we
Yeah.
want you to get to that expected end. We want you to get to that place one step at a time. I love how you talked about you can set small goals for yourself, achieve those as you continue to go into bigger goals. So that is a big thing. So hey, we don't want you to be afraid of change. There are positives in change. You know, it always can get a negative thing when it comes to change, but we're here to try to give you a different perspective on it and see the positives in your change as well. I want to talk about though just some negative change as we get ready to wrap up. How does how does change affect us negatively? Does change, I guess it can affect our mental at times.
Yeah.
It can affect our even process of wanting to even go forward with different things. Is there any times where you saw change? I'm trying to think of myself as well, just being negative, just to kind of give it a different spin or outlook on it.
Yeah, I think any type of loss of a parent, a pet, a child, friend, cousin,
Yeah.
that type of change, I don't view it as positive. I'm
Yeah.
not going to say that it's necessarily negative
Okay.
either, depending on the circumstance.
Sure.
But it ain't great. It's
Yeah.
not, you know, something that we like. And that
Yeah.
kind of change can cause a whirlwind of changes. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
saying?
I can see
For
that.
I think about a person who loses their spouse,
Yeah.
right? Now you've accepted because of that change, your
Yeah.
finances have changed, how you run your household has changed, where you live may have changed, what you
Yeah.
drive may have changed. Like virtually your whole life
Yeah.
changes because of that change. And
Yeah.
so, we try our best to see the positive, and I hear people say like, "Oh, I'm not going to question God, not my will but his be done." Yes, but also we have to acknowledge how that change can feel like how it feel like it has negatively
Yeah.
impacted our lives. And we may not
For
be
sure.
able to see the good in that moment. We know all things work together for our good. We know all the scriptures, but in a
Right.
moment, none of that matters. Like I'm not trying to
Mm,
hear any of that in that
got it.
moment. And
Yeah.
so um that's what I think. Like I know that's a pretty drastic change, but
Yeah.
it's part of life. Like it does
No.
happen on a regular basis. And sometimes it's unexpected. So again, we have
Yeah.
to begin with the end in
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah. No,
We
I
don't
get that.
know when we may leave here or our spouse may leave here or something. So if we are not prepared
Yeah.
for those times to come,
Yeah.
then that change impacts us in a more negative way than it may have if we were prepared.
Yeah.
And so we
Yeah.
have to spend every day preparing for something, right?
Yeah.
If we fuel our bodies and treat our bodies good, if we get, sick, God forbid, down the road, our bodies will operate better because we've taken care of it up until this point.
Got
Right? You
it.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
if you just in bad health anyway and then you get struck with something else, it's gonna be harder for
Yeah.
your body to recover. But if you're
Yeah.
in pretty good, you're already in the habit of working out and stuff like that, you can kind of ward off some of those negative changes. We're gonna get older, our bodies
Yeah.
are going to change inevitably,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we don't have to be broken down, right?
Right.
Like
Right. Right.
we're gonna move a little slower, but thank God we can still move and not be in pain.
Yeah.
We
We
may
can
not be
manage
able
it a
to
little
run
bit
as
better.
fast. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can manage it better. You may not be able to run as fast or do as much as you could, but you're still able to do. But if you
Yeah.
never work out, if you never prepare, if you never do anything at all,
Yeah.
when your body start going down, it's like a downward slope versus like
Yeah.
something that's more lateral and just kind of slowly decreasing.
Yeah. No, I
So
get that for sure.
yeah.
And as we were talking, I started thinking about changing in relationship. Those changes are big, can be big changes as well.
Oh
They
yeah.
can be the smallest ones, and then it's like, oh my goodness, they changing on me, and it can leave a
Mm-hmm.
lasting effect on you. So
Yeah.
changing in relationship and even friendship, I've had to redefine relationships before. That's how I call it, and it's just like, dang, I remember when
Mm-hmm.
it was a really dope friendship, but
Yeah.
something has changed. Some
Mm-hmm.
people say, you the person that changed. The other person say, well, you the person that changed. Did somebody really change, or was it just their circles change? But
Mm-hmm.
still, the effect of that is something that you have to deal with. If you can speak to that, and we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. Just even in friendship and relationships, dealing with change.
Yeah. I believe that if you are a good friend
Hmm.
and a person that is progressive and going places, you should change. And I think that
Mm,
if you are a good friend and you see that your good friend has not changed,
yeah.
you should have something to say about that.
Mm,
You
I
should be
like that.
seeing your friends grow and evolve and change as time goes on. I have friends that I've known since I was 4 years old. Can
Wow.
you imagine if they had never changed and they were
Yeah.
still behaving like a 4-year-old? That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, why would you even want to be friends with somebody like that? And what I've also learned is, and I hear people say this, and sometimes there's a negative connotation to it, but I think that it's true. Sometimes people change and it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, they should change. And my life may not line up with how your life has now changed, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It
It
really
is.
is okay for people to go their separate ways. It really is. And it doesn't have to be any type of negativity, any
Yeah.
type of no hate back and forth, none of that. It's just I have gotten older and evolved and changed. You have gotten older and evolved and changed. And that's okay. And there may be some commonalities that we share along the way where we come back together, and there may not be.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
okay.
Do
It's not
you
easy, but it happens.
do you subscribe to the notion that people are in your life for just a season, and sometimes you leave them there longer when they just was
Yes.
supposed to be there just for? Okay.
100%. a hundred
Yeah.
percent. And because of the type of person that I am, I hang on to people forever. Like, I just,
Mm.
and God be like,
You
not
supposed
not
to
a
be gone
lot of
2 years
times, because
ago.
I, I'm
Yeah, I
I'm
got
I'm pretty selective
you. Yeah.
with people that I am really close to. But once I'm really close to you, I feel like I'm close to you forever.
Mm.
And when that season sometimes comes to an end, I have a hard time with that because, again, I'm changing verse, right? Like, I know
Mm.
that
Got it.
there needs to be a change in my circle, in my friend group, in the people that I confide in, and the people that I hang around.
Yeah.
But these my homies, these my girls, these my
Yeah.
folks. You know what I'm saying?
For
And
sure.
so those changes are hard, but they're necessary. But I've also seen the transformational growth that I've been able to experience once
Yeah.
I do change. Once I
Yeah.
do, you know, change that circle, or and not so much as letting people go, but sometimes the season ends.
Yeah.
And even like even in the natural, right? When seasons change, we know it gets a little colder, but then sometimes in October we have an 80-degree day.
That's true. Especially in Chicago, it's bipolar. Yes,
Right.
indeed.
We have an 80-degree day. So when I think about that, I'm like, okay, those are the days that maybe I think about the memories of that friend, or maybe I'll reach out to them, just want to check on you and see how you're doing. That
Yeah.
don't mean that we besties again, or we're homies again, or we need to hang around or be with each other
Good.
again, but
Yeah.
it means that you know that bright spot popped up.
Yeah.
You're I thought of you, I reached out to you, I did what I needed to do, and then
Good.
the season changed back to what it's supposed to be. It get cold again and we move on.
Hey, I like that. I like that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. There, you do get an 80-day in October, so sometimes you can
Hmm.
go ahead and let the light in a little bit, and then get on
Yeah.
back to where your season is
Get
supposed to
on
be.
back
I
to
like
where your
that.
season's supposed to be.
You know,
And
if I could,
nobody's mad when that 80-degree day comes. We're like,
no,
oh,
it's a
this
happy
is a
day.
nice surprise.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it
But we know
cool.
that the next day is gonna be something else. And so we
Mm,
we adjust for that moment. Then we go back to where we need to be for the opposite, for the next day. And
yeah.
yeah.
I love that. Well, that was the certified yapper, y'all. She talking real good on this morning. As if I had the control to put the music on, it'd be some music going on in the
I know.
background. So I couldn't quite get it together. I was fumbling and bumbling. But I'm gonna go ahead and let's get us to wrap it up because we are at the 10 o'clock hour on Zeke
10
Live in the
o'clock.
morning. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as we talked about change. We talking about putting new wine into old wine skins and what happens when it can just burst out with new wine and all that good stuff that we talked about, but with change and all that good stuff. So Rhonda, go ahead, let's wrap this up and go ahead and give the people something good. We know you got your great show, the podcast like none other
Yeah.
that's taking over the digital airwaves. Go ahead and talk and give them something good about what's going on in your neck of the neighborhood.
Well, a couple of things. So Rondo on the Rocks is turning a year old on August 31st. So I'm really excited
Woo!
about that. I'm having a celebration on August 23rd. I sent you an invitation. You did not respond, nor did Zeke or Eric. It's fine.
Uh-oh.
No big deal. If you're not coming, it's okay. Just say that. Also, Rondo on the Rocks merch is on sale for 25% off right now until September 1st, because I am gonna revamp all of my merch, do something different with it. So get your Rondo on the Rocks merch while you can at 25% off. Let's see. That's all Rondo on the Rocks stuff. Begin with the end in mind, y'all. Like, think about where you want to be and start planning for that as soon as you can. Change is inevitable. We thank God for change, good, bad, and indifferent. I've enjoyed this today, even though I had some technical difficulties. It worked out well, and I'm grateful for it. So, yeah, I'll turn it over to you.
Woo! All right, the certified yapper herself did her thing. Is Zeke coming on in a minute? I'm gonna go ahead and say, man. Oh, okay, he's gonna come on in a second. Okay, listen, guys, this has been a great time. Like I always say, life is choice driven. You will live and die by the choices you choose to make. I got a hint for you: choose life. No matter what change is coming up, you can make a decision to push through it in Jesus' name. God, thank you for this time for coming together. Thank you for keeping Zeke safe as he drives, even while being on the phone, Lord God. We thank you that no cops will come and try him his way. Nobody will try to pull him over or anything like that, Jesus. But we can continue to protect us, Lord. Thank you for Rhonda and her dedication and everything that she does to impact this show and impact the community and impact lives of those that love her. We thank you, Lord God, for this community of believers, saints, and ain'ts. And we speak a special blessing to them. Keep them protected and keep them blessed. In Jesus' name till we meet again. Amen.
Amen.
See y'all, love y'all. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but hey, I love y'all, man. This was good, man. This was so good. Thank y'all for taking the show this morning, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out, everybody. Love y'all. See y'all tomorrow.